Here we go. More lesbians.
It's lesbian time.
It's lesbian time. That's what they are saying.
Everyone is
Is
saying this.
everyone ready for lesbians?
I certainly am. I been thinking about where we left off. Been thinking about these characters. Been thinking about lesbians.
This is a brainworm. This game is a brainworm.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited to continue.
Well, let's get into it.
Yeah, I think so. Let's just go. So last time where we left off, they were leaving
yeah.
the gay bar. Yes.
Oh, fuck. They just left the gay bar.
Yeah, they
Alright.
just left the gay bar.
Let me take you to a gay bar. Alright, let's slow down. Alright, I have to voice everything. So I just went for a run, and let me tell you, I was not ready to run in the cold, so my voice might be a little fucked up, so forgive me if I sound a little rough tonight.
It'll be okay. We can also take it at a little bit of a pace. We're gonna have to have a break in
I'm
about
gonna
20
say
minutes
every
anyway.
word very slowly. Sam
Mhm.
walked with me to the station. Yeah, I'm considering I read that. I'm considered that read.
Yeah, you got it.
It was past midnight. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to make the last train home.
I think you look nice in your shoes. I'm glad you're able to get them fixed.
Thank you. I like the shoes you have on too. It looks good with your outfit.
Thanks.
I observed the night scenery around me. There was something about being out on the lively streets at night that made you feel awake and alert. The electric energy from the bright city lights radiated onto the people that it shined on. The neighborhood I lived in was much quieter by this time. It certainly could not compare in liveliness. It was a warm summer night, but the night air felt much more refreshing compared to earlier. The night wind felt cold. It was far easier to breathe than all the heavy cigarette fumes found inside the disco. I felt more relaxed. I glanced at Sam. She walked with a slow step. She was quiet. I guess she was feeling a little down. I didn't mean to spoil her evening, but I shouldn't have to keep myself out for her sake, I thought. It was still a workday tomorrow. I couldn't stay out all night. I told Sam that she didn't need to accompany me to the station if she wanted to stay in the disco longer, but she insisted on seeing me out. The station wasn't far. It took only a few minutes to walk to one of the subway entrances. Just across from the entrance, there were several hawker stands still serving hot meals well into the night. Sam pointed one out to me.
Ah!
Also, Ben in the chat clucks tongue past midnight and you didn't call your mom! So true, so true. She's gonna get a fucking earful when she gets home.
She sure is.
Oh, a thing I realized earlier today was that the boss must know Sam because she recommended Sam's dad to Michelle. So the boss must have dated Sam at some point. Oh my god.
I was thinking a lot about the fact that they probably know each other through each other, and I'm excited for the drama when it happens. When we get to it. I'm excited.
I'm so excited. I'm so worried. I'm so excited. Okay.
Hell yeah. The curry fish balls at that stand are the best.
Really?
The line for it speaks for itself.
I can't believe it. At this hour?
Would you like to try it before we head into the station?
I don't know. It's late now.
I understand if you have to go. I already kept you long enough.
Sam today was strange. I thought she had a persistent and pushy personality, but ever since we left the disco, she acted demure. Had I acted that coldly towards her to have dampened her mood this much? I didn't intend to be dismissive of her. If they're really that good, I'll try it.
Really? I assure you, let's get in line. Don't worry, the line moves really fast.
She smiled again. Alright. I don't know why, but I felt shy seeing her smile. We were getting curry fish balls of all things. It's late now, and I didn't call my mom. Oh, Fen. She will never
Heads up,
learn.
Claire, I probably will have to step away in
You
about
have to
5
go in
minutes.
5 minutes? Okay, we can get through, like, this scene, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if we don't, then we'll just take a pause.
Yep.
The popular fishball stand looked like any other. A stainless steel cart carried all the ingredients and supplies the owners needed to cook and conduct their business. They worked seamlessly in tandem, collecting payment and preparing one order after the next. It didn't take long for us to be next in line. Flavorful smells wafted into our nostrils.
We're next. Which one would you like to get?
Which one is good? Spicy or non-spicy?
The spicy's quite spicy. You can always get half and half if you want to try both.
Okay, I'll get that.
Okay. Excuse me, 2 half and half orders.
It could be because I haven't eaten a full meal since lunch, but there was something about tonight that made the curry fish balls taste like something out of this world. They were something so ordinary, yet they tasted so extraordinary. It's called first date taste.
Uh-huh.
It was delectably savory. The spicy ones had a good kick to them, too. I ate up a whole plate of them quickly, on the side of the road. I wanted to get another set to eat.
How did you like them?
They're quite good, actually. Do you want another set?
Sure, let me...
I'll get it. I turned around swiftly. Oh no! Before I could react, a passerby quite forcefully bumped into my shoulder and knocked the paper plate containing leftover curry sauce out of my hands and onto my chest.
Oh no!
The sauce spilled all over my blouse, staining it a disastrous yellow-brown.
Oh no. The curry sauce is all over you.
It's my favorite blouse, too. I have to wash it off immediately or the blouse will be permanently stained. I think I'll have to take the taxi home. I'm sad.
Looking like baby puke? You should get yourself cleaned up a bit first.
Baby puke? More like baby poop. This is your fault. You're the one who invited me out and caused all of this. I shouldn't have tagged along with you in the first place. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Look, there's a 24-hour laundromat nearby. My apartment is just above. You can wait there while it's being washed.
Just come over to my place without your top for a bit while your top gets washed. It's after midnight and you haven't called your mom. What should I do? I weighed my options carefully. The yellow-brown liquid was seeping further and further into my blouse. The sauce was still warm on my chest and the smell was oh so strong.
Okay, I gotta go. I will be back.
Cool.
While I'm gone, you could show the graphic if you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's I'm going to grab an image that Fen made. Thank you, by the way, Fen. This was, as per usual, extremely funny to receive only hours after the stream last time. Let's see. Here we go. Dads eat fish foods. Mom need to be called. I am a lesbian in 1980s Hong Kong. You can say it to the beat of the music. Dads eat fish food. Moms need to be called. I'm a lesbian in 1980s Hong Kong. I mean, I don't think it's bad. I think it's good. I think it's quite good, this graphic. I love to imagine that Michelle's never had a wardrobe malfunction in her entire life until the game started. Like, Fate was like, this lesbian needs a push. Yeah, absolutely. This is, she's truly had so many terrible things happen to her. I feel a little sorry for her. Maybe this is fate. I feel like at some point we need to like make a what would you call it? Like I was gonna say discography, but that's not quite it. A library of like every graphic you've made, Fen. I don't know where we'd put it. I guess we could put it on the site. We can have like an art section. I haven't updated the site in a very long time. That is a thing that has been on my list to do for a while. Okay, so we're gonna have to make a choice though. And Ben, I know you're gonna be like, we should call our mom. And I know Brianna's gonna be like, we should go to Sam's place. And I'm gonna probably have to be the mediator and like maybe I'm assuming there's gonna be maybe a third option. Because so far there's been a lot of things that are 3 options. Oh, you're the wild card. Hi, Seda. Hell yeah, like an early 2000 Angel Fire webcomic fan art. Yes, thank you. Yeah, we should have a fan art. We should. What's the like most Hi, welcome back. We were talking about potentially having like a fan art section on the website, and I was thinking, what if it's awful, like one of those Tumblr blogs that blasts music when you go on it?
I call me
yeah
a puritanical nerd. I don't know that we should be intentionally doing bad web design. I think we can do tacky web design, but not bad.
I think it's on guard. Is that the word?
On guard.
It's on guard.
Avant-garde?
Yes, it's avant-garde. Well, it definitely puts people on guard.
It would also listen. You know. Who knows?
Ben is pro. Okay.
I see that in the audio battle, it is between us and Fortnite currently for Seda.
I mean, damn. I see how it is. Got a Fortnite. Who do you main in Fortnite? I know there's like a billion characters in Fortnite, and they're all like big name characters, and I don't understand.
I feel like Fortnite is one of those things that like I fundamentally should have more knowledge of it than I do. I have very little knowledge of it. They're just skins. They're just skins. There's not like different.
That makes sense.
Seda, I made anyone I can get with a cool black outfit right now. I'm a girl who looks like a galaxy. Fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Galaxy girl.
Is that like a Marvel character? I feel like I know a Galaxy Girl character from Marvel. She's like works with American Chavez.
Are you referring? Wait, who are you referring to?
She's like in an arc. Oh, she's original IP. Okay, never mind. If you Google like Galaxy Girl American Chavez, I bet the arc will come up. It's a great arc.
Hang on, I need to see this because I, as a
lesbian,
as a known fan of America Chavez, which is the same thing as saying as a lesbian.
True.
I'm curious now.
She is canonically a lesbian, right? Like the creators come out and said she's not bisexual.
She's a lesbian.
Yeah, okay. Thought so. I remember that like vaguely.
Yeah. She's this girl looks like a Galaxy's original IP. Hell yeah. We love some original IP.
Alright. Are you ready to try and make a decision on what we should do?
I'm so excited. Yes.
It's gonna be a really hard choice, Brianna.
Yeah. Yeah. This is so hard.
If my silk brassiere were to have a permanent brown stain, I would cry. I wanted to blame Sam for this curry disaster. I know it wasn't actually her fault, but she should take some partial responsibility for this. It's the least she could do. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, we don't even get a choice. We're just going. We're just going. All right.
We're just going. Hey, Michelle. I left for you a set of towels and some shirts you could change into out here. I'll bring your shirt to the cleaners and I'll come right back up. Just hang tight.
Okay.
Don't mind the messiness. I'll tidy up when I come back.
Thank you. I don't really mind.
Okay, make yourself at home.
I had Sam take my stained blouse and undershirt to the cleaners. And while she was gone, I changed into one of Sam's shirts. It was an odd turn of events. I was quite embarrassed, but at least I don't have to go around in public smelling like a fishbowl stand any longer. Don't you love when you wear your future girlfriend's t-shirt? Another inconvenient thing. What's going on with my luck these days? Right now, I'm stuck in Sam's house until my clothes are finished washing. I was so upset earlier. I know it wasn't Sam's fault. I have no one to blame except for myself. I took a look at myself in the mirror. Sam gave me a white button-up shirt to wear for the time being. I saw her other clothes hanging in her open closet. Sam had quite an eclectic fashion sense. I should be thankful she picked out a plain white blouse for me to wear. It appeared to be the most normal-looking item she owned. The sizing was similar to my own blouse, but the fitting was loose. The shoulders were baggy on my shoulders. The material was thin. I felt a draft. Things just keep happening when I'm around her, huh? I've definitely missed the last train now. She's missed the last train. She'll have to stay over.
Or,
Or get a taxi, but she'll have to stay over. She's forgot her wallet.
Over. Look at that. She's chosen the latter option.
Between taking a taxi home covered in curry sauce or going to Sam's apartment to wash up, I chose the latter option. I wanted at least to limit the embarrassment to as few people as possible. I didn't want to leave washing my soiled clothes for another day. Getting rid of that stain was a time-sensitive issue. I figured my mother wouldn't appreciate it if I turned on the washing machine in the late night. Luckily, there just happened to be a 24-hour laundromat nearby, and Sam's apartment was just above. Her place was less than 200 meters from the station. Not a bad location, I have to say. She lived in a small studio apartment. Her small twin-sized bed was a few steps away from a kitchen that had only a portable gas stove and a microwave. There was a small refrigerator, of course, but there was nothing otherwise in the kitchen that would have indicated that it was a place for gourmet cooking. They say that the kitchen is the heart of the home. In Sam's case, it was quite the opposite. While her kitchen might have been quite nondescript, the many personal belongings that filled her den was where she showed her taste. It was not dissimilar to her video store. Quite cluttered. I saw fashion magazines, books, tapes, and records stacked about in a disorderly fashion. On the contrary, she arranged her collection of photo books neatly. An old Leica camera stood out on her shelf. It appeared to be broken, however. Her television set sat on top of a VCR player. I also saw that it was connected to a Laserdisc player. I guess for watching all her movies. There was so much personality in this small apartment. She made use of her balcony space as well, and had left some laundry hanging. I noticed she kept houseplants by the window. They were ordinary potted plants, though they appeared to be wilting. They seemed to say, "Please water me, I'm on the verge of death." I should heed their cries for mercy and water them. I'll borrow a cup.
I have so many. Okay, I just need to say something.
Yeah.
If you go to a girl's house and she's doing you a favor, don't water her fucking plants. Maybe she needs a different fucking schedule. Maybe she has them on a specific schedule and they look like they're dying, but they're not actually dying.
What? No. I choose to believe Michelle has a green thumb.
If someone came to my house and watered my plants without asking me, I would have to hide my anger very hard.
Really?
Also, I Seda is absolutely correct. What I wouldn't give for a 24-hour laundromat under my apartment. Come on, please. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Do you remember? Thank you, Fen.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Pizza shop with apartments above. That's good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay. I'm sorry, but if your plants were dying, I would water your plants.
Without asking me?
If your plants were dying, I would water them.
Sometimes they're dying from being overwatered.
Okay, well, wait. Then I would touch the soil and I would figure it out.
Oh yeah, you know someone else's plants better than them? Is that what you're saying, Claire?
I'm saying I can tell how watered a plant is by the soil usually. Like if it's overwatered, the soil is usually like at least like clumpy, if not like, I don't know, it's like dusty. This isn't important. I'm gonna keep going with the game.
Please keep going.
I found a cup in her kitchen cupboard. At least her dishes were done and put away. I wondered if Sam lived alone. From what I saw, it didn't appear to be anyone else living with her. She didn't have a sofa, nor did she have any other notable pieces of furniture besides a bed and a low table. Was this a comfortable way to live? It would be weird for me to sit down on her bed or kneel on the floor. I stood by the balcony door and curiously looked outside. It seemed like people were still going about their daily business on the street below. It must get noisy sometimes at night here. It felt so strange to be here like this, standing around in someone else's clothes in someone else's apartment. I hope Sam didn't mind too much about today. I think this is you.
It totally is. Michelle? I'm back. Oh, you were watering the plants? Thank you.
See?
I keep forgetting to water them. This game's bullshit.
They looked so pitiful. Like, excuse me? Like a cop? What cop waters plants? Cops can't keep things alive for any reason. They look so pitiful. Please consider them sometimes.
Yeah, but they're still alive somehow.
If you don't take if you don't take care of them properly, sooner or later they'll wither away and die.
Okay. Your bells will be done in an hour. We can pick them up from the laundromat when they're done.
Thank you so much. I've been a bother to you all night. It's gotten late now.
It's no bother at all. It was all my fault that things didn't go well today.
No, it wasn't. I had a good time. Really. Don't blame yourself.
I see. I'm glad. Would you like to watch something on TV while waiting?
I don't want to intrude too much.
Don't worry. How about I put on a record? Just take a seat and relax. Let me grab you something to drink.
Oh, it's fine. I'm not thirsty.
Coke? I have Coke.
Tepid water is good then.
Just water? You don't need to be so reserved. Why don't I make some warm tea? Would that be alright with you?
Sure. Tea would be fine.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I need to restart the music change. Oh, we need to restart the meet call, so we'll be right back.
We totally do.
Yeah, just give us like 1 second. We'll be right back.
Be right back.
And we're back. Just a quick reset And now we are on for more lesbians. What do you think's gonna happen?
I think there's going to come a point where Sam just has to say it.
Yeah.
She's being so subtle, and I love that for
No,
her.
she's not.
But like, okay, but Michelle's not picking up on it.
I know, but she's not being subtle. You can't say that. Absolutely not. You take someone to a bar, and then you, like, invite them to your place, and then you're like, can I get something for you? Do you want to sit on the bed together and watch a movie?
Yeah, that's fair. She's not being subtle, but she's
Michelle's
being too
just
subtle somehow.
Michelle's just maybe a little thick.
Well,
she's nervous. She's nervous.
No, she's quite thin. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Sam put on a record and went over to the kitchen to make some tea. She had me sit on her bed while I waited. I saw from the cover jacket that it was a Deanie IP record.
Deanie Ip.
I don't know why I saw the letters IP and I was like, it's IP.
Intellectual property. Deanie intellectual property.
My brain is destroyed by capitalism. She was a popular singer and actress, but I never listened to this particular album before. I was surprised when I saw Sam take out a vinyl record. I would have thought that someone like Sam would have gotten a compact disc player by now. Do you think Sam's a, like, vinyl snob?
I don't know if they had vinyl snobs in the same way back then.
I don't think that's a thing, but I like to headcanon this. She's the vinyl snob before the vinyl snobs.
Yeah, in the modern day AU, she absolutely still has vinyls. Absolutely still has vinyls.
Absolutely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to the music. It was a soft funk song. I think it was a Cantonese cover of an English song. Sighing softly, break my heart. I watched Sam boil water over a portable gas stove. I giggled a little bit. I suppose Sam is more old school than I first thought. Sighing softly, without saying a word. Sam, with her back towards me, made me feel a little lonesome. The water didn't take too long to boil. The little blue flame danced quietly to the music. Before the song had finished, Sam came back with a set of teacups. She'd made oolong tea. I took a sip. It was warming. It didn't taste too bitter.
Before I say, I just want to say my called shot is, I think they are setting up Sam as being old school, as being like kind of associated with a sort of historical kind of past type of vibe. Which I think, and I suspect that the other love interest is going to be much more like modern and stuff, and like maybe even future. I'm curious. I don't.
The future.
I don't know. That's my called shot. It just feels like Sam. She's being associated not only traditionally in terms of like, oh, she plays vinyls.
She's messy a bit. The other person's going to be very orderly, like very put together.
But also just very contemporary, I think. Like Sam is.
Yeah.
When they have conversations, Sam's talking about old music, old movies. She took her to like an old school gay bar, which I guess at this time is probably still fairly contemporary, but certainly would have been more contemporary a couple of decades ago.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking that might be what they're setting up, and I'm curious to see where it goes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I hope you don't mind the place. I know it's a little cramped. I haven't gotten around to sorting out some things.
No, it's fine as it is. Your place is close to the station. It's convenient, isn't it?
It is.
The song you played earlier. Could you play it again? I kind of liked it.
Oh, of course. It's my favorite song.
Really?
I guess I'm showing my age.
What do you mean?
The disco is good fun, but part of me is stuck in the days of folk and funk. You know, years ago, Ruby used to be an old funk bar. It was never this flashy until Cecilia took over.
I see. You two have known each other long.
I suppose so.
About earlier. I'm sorry.
What for?
I didn't mean to yell at you, or take away your evening with your friend.
You didn't.
I shouldn't have acted that way. I guess I was being selfish.
Selfish? In what way?
I, I, I don't know.
Maybe you should be a little more selfish around me.
Sam shifted herself closer to me on the bed. My legs suddenly cramped.
God.
I stood up quickly. I have a leg cramp. Sam laughed.
Girl! The lesbian equivalent of a nosebleed. Oh my god.
I felt flushed. I've been sitting around all day. I need to walk around a bit. My eyes turned toward the photos that Sam had displayed on her wall. Sam had quite an amount of photos on display. I looked through them slowly.
What are you looking at?
Your photos. I'm not allowed to look?
Oh no, please. They're so embarrassing.
I noticed that Sam had a framed picture of herself from when she was in a high school. She went to a notable Catholic girls' school. I was surprised. I had university classmates who went to the same school. They were prim and proper dainty girls, not at all similar to Sam. The Sam in this photo looked like a bright-eyed and bushy-tailed student. Her smile was not much different from the way it is now. There was a playfulness in her expression. It was cute. It was like seeing a before and after puppy photo. Smirk. Hi, Nadaria.
How you doing, Ree? Huh?
Wait, is this in a new account?
No,
That
this
makes
is
sense.
this is Ree. This is Brianna.
Oh. Oh, okay, fair.
I saw you smirk. What is it? I am desperate to know what we choose here. This is maybe the most important decision anyone's ever made.
Oh, God. I kind of want to go with the middle one.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the honest one.
Yeah.
I
feel
think
like the
I think
third
it's I
one...
can't believe you went to St. Mary's.
Yeah, I don't think the third one is... I think it's either the first or second, but yeah, I think it's the second one. Yeah, it is pretty wistful, but unfortunately we are going with befuddled Michelle. I would have never expected that you went to a Christian girls' school.
What presumptions do you have about me?
You look so keen in this photo.
What do you mean by that? I'll let you know I was the top of my class in math. At one point, I had a sign-up list for classmates who wanted to be tutored by me.
Really? That's really impressive. A sign-up list? I can't believe it.
It's true. I was good at teaching people how to ace the tests.
Alright, I believe you.
Do you really?
I do. I'm sure your underclassmen really looked up to you.
What's that? Are you being sarcastic?
I'm not.
Here. I'll show you a funny photo.
Oh? Sam pointed to an odd photo. Who's that in this photo? It was a photo of a teenage Sam, flanked by two muscular men. They were at a picturesque beach. One man I recognized as her father. He was wearing an undershirt and posed for the camera with his arms flexed. The other man in the photo was much younger than her father. He was bare-chested and proudly displayed his muscles. Young Sam was dressed in casual wear. She wore a short-sleeved shirt and shorts. She stood plainly in the center of the photo. She looked displeased. It was an unusual photo.
Oh, I was not muted. I'm so sorry. So sorry people picked up eating noises. I will die. Oh, that guy? That's my older brother.
Really?
He and my dad liked to bodybuild at one point.
Oh.
This was taken when I went with my dad to visit my brother in California for his wedding.
Your brother was married at that time?
Yep.
I see. You look so young in this photo.
He's 5 years my senior. He'd gone to California to study when he was 19, and not all long after that, he called and told us he was getting married. From his last Christmas card, I think he and his wife are onto their 4th child now.
That's impressive.
Do you have siblings?
No, I'm an only child.
I see.
Do you get lonely without your brother around?
Not really. He teased me a lot when I was a child. He called me names like Bucktooth Billy. There was one time he set fireworks off in the house and blamed it on me. Clearly, I was my parents' favorite child. We bickered a lot as children. I guess we didn't bond much in part because of our age difference.
I think that's nice, though. I didn't have anyone like that growing up. It was just my mother and father. I'm not sure about a brother, but I always thought about having an older sister would be nice.
Is that so? You make a lovely younger sister, I'm sure.
Sam showed me more of her photos. There were a number of photos of herself as a child. She seemed like a happy child who liked to sing and dance. A wide, toothy smile could be seen in all her baby photos. Sam must have been quite an endearing child to her parents and a sweet sister to her brother. When I see her smile like that, I could feel that Sam came from a loving family. When I think about my own childhood photos, I wasn't as cute or photogenic as Sam. Usually the camera flash would catch me with wide open eyes and a stiff expression, much like an animal in the headlights. My father liked to take a lot of photos when I was a child. After he passed away, there weren't many photos taken of me with my mother. My father's camera was kept in a storage box somewhere. Thinking about it made me feel a little sad. It was heartwarming to see that Sam treasured her family photos. I noticed one particular photo. It was larger than all the other photos she had. It was framed and hung on the wall. Yep. You fucking called it. It's her. This is the boss, isn't it? It's the
It does
fucking
look
boss.
like her.
It does. Yeah, oh, it might be our mother then?
No, I said it does look like her.
Oh, you think this is Sam?
No, I think this is the boss. I think you're right.
Oh, okay. Do we know what the boss looks like?
I've seen promo photos.
Oh, okay. It's an old picture.
You have to show me your pictures next time for it to be even, alright?
Oh, no, they're too embarrassing.
Hey, that's not fair. I want to see you as a baby, too.
I continued chatting with Sam about our childhood while we waited. Time seemed languid. I didn't feel tired at all. Earlier, when I was with Sam in the disco, it was so loud and busy, I couldn't really talk in depth with Sam. When we talked here at her place, there was something about Sam that reminded me of an old school friend. The way we could talk frankly without having to show face was refreshing. With coworkers or even with relatives, meeting someone always involved showing proper respect and courtesy. It also involved a bit of showboating of one's education and wealth as well. It was strange, this time I shared with Sam. I'd misjudged Sam earlier. I shouldn't let my prejudices influence my judgment of another person's character. We seek meaning in our lives one way or another. That's just life, for anyone and everyone in this city. When I was with Sam like this, I felt at ease. It was as if I was visiting a cousin's home, despite this being our second meeting. Though, sometimes when I turned away, I caught her glance. There was an odd feeling. I didn't know how to explain it. This awkward tension between us. I noticed sometimes her hand would brush lightly against mine when we were next to each other. She leaned in close to talk. I noticed her eyes looked for my reaction whenever she made a funny quip or a compliment. I felt as if I stayed here longer, something more... Oh. I've completely forgotten about the time. Could I borrow your phone? She's finally remembered, folks.
Yes, of course. It's next to the television. I'll stop the record. 1 second.
Thanks. I had forgotten to let my mother know that I would be late coming home. I wanted for her to at least not be waiting up for me.
Girl.
I made her worry the other night.
Oh, girl, you're in so much shit.
I dialed my own number with Sam's rotary phone. I should know my own number by heart, but my fingers felt clumsy. I kept misdialing. I eventually dialed the correct number. The line connected right away. Hello? Mother? I'm phoning to let you know. Yes, I'm on my way home. No, it won't be long. Please don't worry about me and rest. I know. I know it's very late. I just wanted to let you know I'm alright. Huh? No. Nothing of that sort. Something came up. Where am I? I'm just. I'm just. I'm just at work. It's been a busy day. I had something to eat, so please, you don't have to wait for me. I'll be home as soon as I can. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I'll take a taxi home. Bye. I ended the call in a hurry. There was a suspicious tone in my mother's voice. When she has her doubts, she would persist to question me. I had to cut the conversation short. I couldn't tell her that I went to a pub with Sam. That would set off 1,000 more questions. My mother associated pubs with degenerate behavior. Even if I didn't do anything bad, she would assume that I did. I was not that kind of person. Why does she have to make me feel guilty about every little thing?
You finished your call?
Yeah.
Why did you lie to your mother about being at work? There's nothing you need to hide.
Uh, why were you listening in?
I just overheard.
It's easier to explain to my mother that I'm at work instead of whatever happened earlier.
The disco? You could tell her you were with a friend, eating late night snacks and having a chat.
She won't believe that. My mother is the traditional type. Anything past 10 p.m. is considered late for her. If she knew I went to a disco, she'd jump to the conclusion that I was out doing something else.
Really? Is it so wrong to be out late?
It's not wrong. It's just for my mother, she thinks it's not appropriate to be out late as a woman. She associates any nightlife with bad behavior. I would want her to misunderstand.
I see. Your mother must be worried about you. I can send you back now if you want. You can pick up the shirt from me another day. I can take care of it.
It should be long now, right? I've already been a bother to you. You could have had a good time in the disco instead, but if it wasn't for me.
No, you don't need to keep saying that. I had a good time with you. I have to be honest with you. I might just be one of the bad girls your mother warned you about.
Huh? No. It was a new experience for me. And I didn't mean to say that you're bad. I never meant it that way. You're different. You're independent. You're cool. You can do anything you want. You're not like that.
Really? You think too highly of me. I think you're a charming person, Michelle. Much more than you know yourself. Michelle, I enjoyed being with you. Can I see you again?
Oh,
fuck me. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die
we gotta
here.
go with yes,
I'm gonna
right?
die here.
We have to go with yes. Like even though she's nervous, I feel like
Yes.
Michelle,
Yes.
gay.
Yes. We are pushing.
Right,
We are personally
pushing.
pushing Michelle towards lesbianism.
Right.
It's not Sam.
Yeah.
It's not anyone else. It's us.
Yeah. No, I think it's heavily Sam.
No, it's us and Sam working together.
Yeah, I think we're co-conspirators with Sam. We're the bad girls that Michelle's mom warned her about.
Uh-huh.
Sam, you can...
Really? I'm glad to hear that. I want to get to know you more, Michelle. I like what you have to say. I want to hear more of your thoughts and what you feel. The way you express yourself is pretty. Michelle, you are a pretty girl, you know?
Huh?
The way you are. Like this.
Sam. Sam stepped forward towards me. I could feel the temperature rising in the room. Was it her body heat or my own? I wasn't sure. I closed my eyes and turned away. I couldn't bear to look at Sam in the eye. Her stare was hypnotizing. It made me feel weak, as if I was going to buckle over. Oh. Yep.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh. This is a heterosexual game, right?
This is a game of this is a game where two heterosexuals have a nice time.
Good. Good. This is good. This is a good photo.
This is a good heterosexual. This is what you do with your heterosexual friends. Hey, so all the heterosexuals watching, this is what you do with your heterosexual friends when you're over at their place. Just take notes. Just take notes. Yeah. All right. Sam was standing over me.
Michelle, look at me.
Sam. Heterosexuals.
This is good. This is good. Good game.
I just need to let us linger on these, right? Because they're like great. When we do get to the NSFW, I guess this is technical. When we do get to like there is nudity in this game. We're not going to be able to linger on it.
Up front.
I mean, we warned it at the start of the last one, and also I've now just said it. There will be nudity at one point because we have the DLC installed. Because of Twitch's rules, we can't linger on it. But as far as I did read the rules ahead of time. We could, as long as we're not like explicitly lingering on it, we can like move through it.
Look at me. It's so good. It's so good.
She leaned forward and pressed her lips on mine. In the warm light of an incandescent lamp, we shared a gentle, quiet kiss. I stood in a daze. My sensibilities were shocked. I never experienced something quite like this. I didn't know how to respond to her touch. I put my mental attention to anything that wasn't Sam's bodily contact. I heard muffled voices from above. The upstairs neighbors seemed to be talking on their balcony. I smelled something savory. Delicious smells wafted in from the open window. Someone next door was about to have a midnight snack. Somewhere in the distance, a dog was barking. It was so lively at this hour, I thought. Even then, it was still enough that I could hear the drip, drop of water from Sam's kitchen faucet. The sound of my own beating heart was loud in my ears. She smelled of a sweet fragrance. The balcony window that I leaned against felt cold. Her body that leaned against mine was warm. Sam's lips were soft. I gasped for air. I'd forgotten to breathe for an entire minute. I opened my eyes to the same studio apartment. I didn't fall asleep and dream. Sam was standing before me. She brushed back the hair covering my face and looked into my eyes. Her touch was gentle and warm. I heard her whisper my name softly. There was a slow hesitation between us. I was at a loss for words. What was I supposed to feel? Everything was so sudden. Sam looked dreamy, almost wistful. Closed her eyes again. Sam, I. Sam put her hand around my waist. She leaned in again. Her body pushed against mine. She pressed her lips against mine with more weight than last. I felt the pressure of her knee between my thighs. This was getting dangerous. I broke away from her kiss.
Michelle.
Sam, I. I have to go.
Michelle.
I felt flushed from head to toe. My face was hot. I could not say anything more to Sam, much less look at her in the eye. I froze up. My flight or fright reflexes took over. I had to get away. I pushed Sam aside and I quickly gathered my belongings. I left her apartment in a hurry. There was no time to wait for the elevator. I walked down the fire exit, and as soon as I was at street level, I hailed a cab to take me home. God, the art.
Good image.
I love the art in this game. Oracle and Bone. If you want to know the studio, it's Oracle and Bone. They're a local Vancouver studio. They
I like the wistful look in her eyes.
Yeah, where she's definitely not thinking about the kiss that she just had and shared.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is the first kiss she had with a woman?
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Okay, yeah, me too. I think so too. I'm glad we agree. It didn't take long for me to flag a taxi down. I didn't realize until I was in the car that I was still wearing Sam's blouse and that my own was probably drying in the laundromat. I just wanted to get home and get some rest. I would have to find a way to deal with this another time. At that moment, I couldn't even think clearly. I never experienced such a thing before, much less with another woman. I couldn't believe it. The
Claire,
taxi made me... Uh-huh.
It's not her first kiss with another woman.
Right.
It's her first kiss
first
ever.
kiss, period. Well, she said not much. She, I feel like she's had, a high school kiss, you know?
Fair.
That's,
that makes sense.
her, one kiss, and then this is, her first kiss in adulthood. I get the vibe.
Fair. Makes sense.
Yeah. The taxi made the turn onto Argyle and out onto the Montauk district. The lights, the sounds, the people. It was too much for me. I put my hand on my lips. Sam, why did you have to kiss me like that? After such a long day, I arrived back home. I couldn't believe what I have been through today. I caught my own reflection in the mirror by the doorway entrance. I looked disheveled. My hair was frizzy, the foundation on my face had rubbed off, and the dark circles that formed under my eyes were so horribly apparent. I was so tired. I needed to get out of Sam's shirt right away and wash up for bed. I tiptoed my way down the hall corridor. My mother would be upset if she knew I got back at this hour. I called my mother earlier so she should be rest assured that I was all right and on the way home. The lights were off when I arrived. She must have gone to bed already. There's no way she would stay up this late for me. I sighed. I had only a few hours to rest before I have to be up again for work. This was all her fault. I was about to step into my room successfully unnoticed when I heard the sound of my mother's bedroom door. My mother stepped out. She didn't greet me at first, though her expression had said enough.
Why are you home so late?
I told you I was going to be late. Things kept happening at work.
So much for you to come back in the early morning? Why is your shirt like that?
Huh? Like what?
It's so wrinkled.
It's it's been a long day. That's all. I'm sorry. You didn't have to wait for me to come back. I told you I would be late.
I put your meal in the fridge. You can save it for your lunch tomorrow.
Thank you.
I'm going back to sleep.
Okay. Good night.
Oh,
What is it?
I called your workplace and they said you left early today. You should hurry up to bed. You work tomorrow. You can't go to work looking like this.
Oh. Okay. Damn.
Normal mom.
Normal
Normal
mom.
relationship. Normal mom.
Oh my god.
World's most normal mom award.
My mother returned to her bedroom as quietly as she came. It took a few moments for me to regain my composure. Her cold demeanor and curt statements caught me unguarded. My mother had the ability to send feelings of guilt and fear deep into my spine. I didn't really want to hear what she thought of me coming home late. I don't know why it was always like this with my mother. Her care and concern had always been so much where it could be controlling. I know she loves me very much and only worries for my well being. My mother had done her best to take care of me alone after my father passed away. I know she I know she has been lonely. I love my mother. Sometimes I just want her to let me be my own person. How could I have told her that that I was I was with another woman and Sam, what a weird person. I let myself get caught up in her games and such a thing happened. I better get myself cleaned up and put this night behind me. I couldn't let a person I just met change the life that I've worked so hard to build up. I had to get myself out of this weird shirt and put myself to bed. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure she's not thinking about it at all.
Yeah, that's why she's touching her lips, because she's like, I
She's like,
hated that.
I hated this. As she stares out her window, touching her lips and looking at the
God.
lights. Yeah, uh-huh.
I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad for Sam. Homophobia
uh,
fucking sucks ass.
strife, fraught lesbians. This is what we signed up for.
I know it's what we signed up for.
I know, I'm commenting because I'm so excited. This is what I needed. This is what I needed. I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about the kiss. I've never seen my mother and father kiss. In movies, it was always between a man and a woman. How could Sam just kiss me like that? I felt embarrassed and hot just thinking about it. Sam really did kiss me, right? She walked towards me, and she used her body to push me against the balcony window. Her body was warm. I remember the cool touch of the window on my back, and that of Sam's jade necklace on my neck. The old-fashioned stone pendant of Sam's glided down my neck, my collarbone, when she had leaned in towards me. Sam put her lips on mine. She pressed her lips on mine tightly. The kiss felt like it lasted for an eternity. When she finally pulled away, I was left breathless. Sam was so brazen. She didn't hesitate at all to go in for another kiss. The second time, she even parted my lips with her tongue. Ugh. I remember making a weird sound. I felt so embarrassed. So I need to turn the music up. I don't know if y'all can hear this very well. So can you hear me okay? I feel like I'm quiet. Turn myself up a
I
little
can't
bit.
speak for them, as I have the music at my own level.
Yeah, I'm just looking at new kissing technique discovered, lesbianism. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird how you can unlock that skill for 0 skill points. It just takes, actually it's like a special skill
Yeah,
unlock.
it takes a lot of skill points to unlock that one, Claire. It takes so much fucking, like, you have to unlock it. You really have to try hard to unlock it.
You do, don't you? Yeah. I felt so embarrassed. I still couldn't believe it. I never imagined that I would kiss someone like that. Sam, what have you done? At the end of the night, I did not get a wink of sleep. My legs were sore. My eyes were swollen. How was I going to get myself to work like this? I laid on the bed, ruminating over thoughts of calling in sick. but I better not. If I missed work, I would trouble my coworkers and give myself a harder time at work the next day. And I'm
This
sure
is
if I
how they
stayed at
get you.
home, yeah. I'm sure if I stayed at home, my mother would give me a long lecture on how irresponsible I was to skip work. I didn't want to have a one-on-one confrontation with my mother again if I didn't have to. I know she'll try to bring up what happened last night if I did. I have to force myself to get up soon. I looked at my clock again. I had some time to spare. I chose to keep my eyes closed for a little bit longer. I had time until the morning alarm sounded.
Beep, 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 beep.
There's a noise in the game for this. Okay, alright.
No, you needed
you
mine.
have to, okay, thank you, Brianna. Thank you. I loved your beeps. 10 beeps.
I haven't
10
had a
10
role
out
to
of 10
play in a
beeps.
little bit, and
That's
it gave
true.
me a
You
great time to finish
haven't
eating.
had a role.
But now I finished eating, and now I want to be sound effects.
You're hungry for beeps.
So now I've been the sound effect. Please
Thank you. Thank you. I groaned. I reasoned to myself that I could stay in bed for another 5 minutes if I ate while walking to the station. Do you not want to be the beeps?
Beep, 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 beep.
5 more
Is this
minutes.
is that like the worst noise you've ever heard? Just tell me if it
Probably.
is.
It's kind.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's definitely up there.
Okay, noted.
I'll make up the time by running up the escalators. 1 more minute. Oh no. I was going to be late. I was able to get out of bed in the end. My morning commute was a terrible rush. I made it to work just barely on time, which was late considering that I usually arrived early. There was already a stack of faxes and documents waiting on my desk for me to process. Today was going to be a long day.
Hey, Michelle. Hello, you there?
Oh.
I don't remember what voice I had for this guy. This is what it is
Doesn't
now.
matter.
Still there?
What is it, Joy?
You looked like you were in a trance. Are you alright?
I'm just a little tired. There's quite a lot of work for me to do this morning.
Oh, yeah? You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Are you going to get lunch soon? I see you often go to that nearby eatery. Is it good?
Not yet. I have a few more documents I want to push through.
You work too much. You need to take a break or you're going to exhaust yourself.
I know.
You look so pale. Did you eat this morning?
No, I was running a bit late, so I skipped breakfast.
What? How can you not eat? At all?
It happens sometimes.
Okay, we're getting lunch.
Now?
Yes, or else you'll pass out.
I brought lunch today.
What? If you're tired, you need to eat something fresh and hot.
You sound like my mother.
Really? Good, because I care. Come on, let's get some grub.
Ugh. I hope you're excited to play Joey for a while.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'm trying to make the most, the voice I do be just like, hey, I'm a man.
Well, you gotta also channel a little bit of intern in there, like someone who doesn't have as much experience but has way too much confidence, which I guess is
that's what I'm doing.
That's true. I brought Joey to my usual lunchtime haunt. I like this place as it was conveniently close to the office and reasonably priced.
What will you order?
I usually get the barbecue pork rice.
I'll get that. Excuse me, miss. We'll get 2 orders of barbecue pork rice.
2 orders,
2 orders of barbecue pork? Oh, sorry. You go.
Go for it. No, I get a lot of lines.
All right. 2 orders of barbecue pork rice coming right up.
Wait, actually make that just 1. I'll get the fishball soup instead.
Okay, 1 order of barbecue pork rice and 1 order of fishball soup.
Thank you.
Soup? So light.
It's sufficient.
if it suits you. Though if you're tired, you should eat something meatier. My sister has anemia, and she gets dizzy spells very easily when she doesn't eat enough. You have to eat more pork and beef if you're anemic.
Is that so? That's too bad for your sister.
Yes, my mother makes for her goji berry and red date soup. Good for women, she says. I can have her make some extra for you.
Oh, there's no need for that. I just didn't get enough sleep last night. I'll be sure to eat a balanced diet.
Alright, good. Hey, tell me. It's a little personal, but do you mind if I ask you something?
What is it?
A fellow in my department wanted to know if there was someone you liked. Well...
I hate all of this. Is she in denial? Is she wistful? Is she suspicious?
This
That's
is
the flavor
such
of this.
a good question.
Another guy, definitely not me. Yeah, this is literally a different person in my
This
department.
other guy that I know.
Yeah. This completely different person who isn't me wants to know this very personal question. He asked me.
I don't think it's the middle one. I think it's
Really?
either the first or the third. I think she's so in denial.
Yeah, she is very much in denial.
It's the day. Listen, here's the thing. As a burgeoning lesbian, during the night, you can understand that you are into someone, and in the day, as far as you are aware, even to yourself, you are not into anyone.
I don't think she's awake enough to be suspicious. I think it's complete denial mode that anything happened last night.
I think you're right.
No, I don't like anyone right now.
Does that mean you're single then? Okay. I know it was too personal. You know, your reports are quite popular among my colleagues. What the fuck does that mean?
It's just data. I don't understand why it's so popular.
No, you! You're always with Mrs. Tam.
Well, I'm Mrs. Tam's personal assistant.
That's why you're quite an enigma for the rest of the office.
An enigma? I don't think I'm a mysterious person.
Alright, then answer me another question. It's a simple one.
What?
What are your hobbies? What do you like to do outside of work?
I like to read and listen to music. You know, ordinary things.
That's great. What kind of books do you like?
Nothing in particular. I can read any book.
What are you reading now?
I'm reading this... I'm reading this Wuxai novel.
Oh, that's interesting. I read them lots when I was in my teens. Hey, don't you think I got the brows of a kung fu superstar?
What?
My mother says I'm handsome enough to be an actor. But she says studying was more important. So that's why I have glasses and became an accountant.
I see. That's quite logical advice.
Do you think she was right?
She has a point. It's tough to make it in as a film star.
Huh, I guess so. My mother was right in the end. I don't think I could work anywhere as an actor outside of Hong Kong.
What do you mean by that?
You don't think about immigrating?
I haven't yet.
You should start thinking about it. They signed the papers. You think things will be the same?
I don't know. I can't imagine things will change that much. You thinking about leaving Hong Kong for good?
I plan on it. I went to college in America. It's not bad. The roads and houses are huge. Everything, including the food proportions, are bigger. My dream is to own a big house with a big yard and raise a family.
I see. That's quite an admirable dream. So why didn't you stay in America after finishing your studies?
Oh, my mother wanted me to come back and find a wife in Hong Kong first.
I see.
You majored in English, right? It won't be too big of a change for you to live in America.
I'm not sure about that. The food came out shortly. Joey seemed to be an intelligent guy. He was tall, his appearance was neat. He wore an expensive brand of wristwatch. It looked new, the silver on the band still had a bright shine. He probably came from a good and caring family. I'm sure he's the beloved and cherished son of the family. His mother and father must be proud of him. I watched him dig into his meal. There was something about the way he ate the barbecue pork rice, and the way the sheen of the pork fat shone off his lips. It wasn't much at all similar to Sam's. I got up from my seat quickly. I just remembered, I haven't sent off my morning reports to my supervisor yet. I always had them done before lunch. How tired must I be to let that slip my mind?
You're done eating already?
Yes, I want to head back to the office to finish my work.
You're so gung-ho to work. That's great. Wait for me, I'll finish up too. I hate this
After...
man.
I
He
don't
hasn't even
think...
done anything that egregious yet.
No.
It's
Well...
Get out of here, bro.
No, he's just kind of annoying and pushy.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, that's not that unique.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. After an intense day at my desk, I managed to finish my work on time. I packed up my things and clocked out. That day, I decided to go straight home. I might put on a movie after dinner to relax. Regardless, it would be an early night at home for me. I was happy it was finally the weekend. It had been a long and tiring week. I wanted to take it easy for the next few days. All because of that broken shoe. Such a sequence of events had transpired. By fluke, the shoe broke and became unwearable. But now that it's fixed, the shoe will carry out its purpose until it eventually wears out and becomes unwearable again. Until then, the shoe has no need to be repaired by a shoe cobbler. In the same way, a healthy person doesn't need to be seen by a doctor. And likewise, I didn't have any reason to see her. Of course, I watched the movie that I bought from her. Not because it was her suggestion, not because I had already, but because I had already bought a copy. It would be a waste to set it aside and let it collect dust in my room. I looked into the film. It received a few accolades at the time of its release. I wanted to see it for its own cultural merit. I watched the movie. The main character... She struggled every moment in the film to be accepted as an equal in society. She struggled until everything was taken away from her. Everything she did almost felt like it was done in vain. It was a very depressing movie. Sam, what did you think after watching this film? I stopped the tape and rewound it to the beginning.
Girl.
Also, remember rewinding tapes to the beginning after you watch them?
Oh, that's not what I was sighing long.
I know, but
at.
I was thinking about that. I know.
Yeah. Back in the bad old days.
Saturday was the day that I have time to tidy up my room and prepare for the next week. I'd done my laundry in the morning and finished sorting everything into its proper place. There's one item that did not have its proper place, however. I still had Sam's shirt that I borrowed that day. I pondered on what I should do with it. I thought against hanging it up in my closet. Having it would be an eyesore reminder of that strange night I spent with her. Tossing it out would be too heartless. She still had my blouse. I wouldn't want her to toss out my blouse. It was Italian silk. I don't know about Sam's cotton shirt, but mine had monetary value. I hope she didn't throw away a perfectly good shirt. I should get back my blouse and give the shirt back to her. That would make us even. And we won't have anything more between us after that. That's a great idea. Good job. Mother,
Ooh, this is cute. This is a cute look.
this is a really good outfit. I'm so excited for the like full image stills with this outfit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. I'm sure Sam will have a very normal reaction to this outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mother, I'm going out today.
You're going out? Who are you meeting?
I'm meeting a friend.
A friend.
Yes, a high school classmate.
Where are you meeting?
Just at the markets in Montauk. We'll look around there and have lunch nearby.
The skirt you're wearing is so short. A white color? Anyone can easily see your white underwear.
Mother,
No? You should change into pants if you're going out alone.
it's fine, Mother.
It's dangerous. Especially in such a busy place.
Everyone dresses like this on a hot day.
Really?
I'm not going far, and I'm not planning to be out long anyway.
When will you come home?
I don't know. I'll be home by dinner time.
Okay. Make sure to come home earlier. I'll make your favorite fish maw soup.
All right. I can't wait to have it. I'll be back home soon. Bye-bye. She will not be back home soon.
She will not. She's not.
She's incredibly not going to be back home soon.
Question. Should
Yeah.
we have
Take a
call-ins at 8
break.
minutes? Should we break
Yeah,
and come
yeah.
back?
Let's take a break, and then I think this is a good spot to take a break. So
Back in a few minutes.
we'll be back. We are back. Hello.
Hello.
Are y'all ready to not talk to Sam? To not talk to Sam at all. We're not gonna talk to Sam at all.
We're just
We're
gonna
gonna-
give her her shirt back, but we're not gonna. Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna
We're not
talk
gonna
to her.
talk to her, engage
No.
with her, or anything.
No. We're just gonna throw her shirt at her, take ours, and leave. That's
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna break into her house, steal our shirt,
Uh-huh.
put her shirt back,
Yeah, that
and
makes
then
sense.
leave, and she'll never see us
know.
again because
Yep.
it's the 1980s and you can't track people down.
It's true. True.
Yep.
Except for the phone book. Except you can look them up in the phone
Oh,
book.
shit. The one problem.
Except you can find literally everybody's address in the phone book.
Yep.
It's a normal thing.
Normal thing. All right.
I lied to my mother again. It wasn't anything. The truth would confuse and trouble her. My mother raised me quite strictly. It wasn't until after I had finished high school that she eased up about me going out to meet with friends. In the past, she had to vet and approve who I was seeing before she let me leave through the door. So for me to explain to her someone like Sam, it was obvious I had to alter the truth. She would be concerned if she knew I had met her just by chance in Montauk. And she would be bewildered to know if she knew I had gone with her to a pub. I would not even know where to begin with my mother if I had to explain the nature of our relationship. Little things such as celebrity gossip and drama were a consternation to my conservative mother. How could she even process the concept of two girls being in such a relationship? What relationship is that, Michelle? Hey,
Yeah, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle,
What are
what
you-
relationship
what's the
is that?
relationship?
What's the relationship, Michelle?
Are we harassing her?
I think we're harassing her.
I
yeah.
think we're part of the problem.
I think this is the problem. This is
Give her some time.
yeah,
Discover,
to
develop.
process, to learn. Yeah. It wasn't related to me, of course, but for my mother, the concept of it doesn't even exist in her mind. Such a thing would fall under the category of perverse or end of normal behavior for her and anyone else in proper society. If I told my mother what kind of a person Sam was, she would go into temporary shock and then barrage me with 100 other questions after she revived. No matter. What I told my mother was a small lie. I was going to the market. It was the weekend after all. The weather was beautiful and clear. It was warm, but not overly sweltering. There was a light breeze in the air. For such a beautiful summer day, I should go out and enjoy what this city has to offer. My plan was to go to Sam's store, drop off her old shirt, and hopefully reclaim the blouse that I had left with her. Then I would be off on my own merry way. I would have squared up whatever I had left to do with Sam. I could do anything I wanted after that. Maybe I would go shopping. The most important thing was getting my blouse back. That was my plan. I'd forgotten how busy the market gets on the weekend. With the weekend crowds, it took a considerable effort to locate Sam's little video stall. I remember I'd got myself lost in this area the other night. I made one wrong turn and I gave myself quite a fright. I couldn't believe it. It looked like any other market street during the day. There were so many people out and about. All the stores were open. It was hardly eerie. Now, what street was Sam's store on again? When I arrived at her store, I found that the gate panels were shuttered. The store was closed. Did she step out for a break? I looked closely and saw a note stuck on the shop panel. It said the store won't be open today. I half expected that this would happen. Wasn't too surprised. Sam seemed like a person who'll let go of her business on the busiest day of the week. But really? Today of all days? I couldn't believe it. Was she always leaving her store in the middle of the day like this? What should I do? Came all this way. I didn't want to come here again if I could avoid it. Should I go to her apartment? But how would I know that she would be home? Could I locate her apartment if I tried? It wasn't too far from here, but all the buildings and streets looked so similar, and the neighborhood looked completely different at night compared to the day. No, I barely knew her. I should go knocking on her door unannounced, but I stood on the sidewalk contemplating. I got strange looks from people in this area. I felt uncomfortable. Sam's store was not exactly in the best area in town. I should go. There was no point in waiting around here. I would have to write off my blouse as a loss. I started my way back towards the train station when I felt the hand of someone slap my back quite hard. I turned around. I was upset. I had no patience to be accosted today. What is it? Huh?
That's you.
Oh, right, it's still me.
Do you want me to do it?
Do you want to do it? I can do it.
Are you... You go ahead and do it.
Okay. Hey, it's Michelle, right? It was that bar owner, Cecilia. She had a pair of oversized sunglasses on her face and dressed in bright, flamboyant colors. If she did not have such a signature way of styling herself, I wouldn't have recognized her so easily on sight. Cecilia? The other night, you and Sam left so early. I didn't get a chance to see you on the dance floor. Sorry about that. So, did something happen between you two that night? Nothing happened, right? Deny.
I wonder if she goes, what do you mean?
Like, you think she's like playing it off cool?
She's like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nope.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what you would even
what
be
do you
implying.
What do you mean? Like we got some food. Yep, that's what happened between us.
When you're trying to like play it off that you don't know what the fuck this is, you don't know anything about this, and by saying that you're revealing that in fact you know exactly the vibe.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? You don't know? Samantha was acting odd yesterday. I guess nothing happened after all. Well, whatever. You're meeting Samantha here, right? No, I was just in the area. Oh. Why do you always have to be so coy? Dressed up like that? Like what? A white skirt? Who are you fooling? Well, it's too bad you met me instead. I'm also looking for Samantha. I need one more person to play bird with me later. Well, don't ask me. I don't have any idea where she is. Do you play Mahjong? No, I don't. What? You're joking. I'm not. You should try. You have mahjong night. We have mahjong nights at my house every Tuesday. I'm busy. Talking to you is like talking to a brick wall sometimes. I'm only answering frankly. I don't get you. Alright. If you don't know where Samantha is either, I'm going to call her. I'm not going to waste time waiting around. Cecilia walked over to a phone booth and dialed a number from memory. She didn't seem to wait long before hanging up. She's still not picking up. Good thing I got her a pager. She's always so difficult to get a hold of. If she's not picking up, she's probably out. I'll leave her a message. Cecilia dialed another number and left a brief message with the operator. She walked back to me and proceeded to take out a large ringette of keys from her jacket pocket.
Oh my god,
Cecilia's...
ringette reference.
Okay.
That's so lesbian.
Cecilia sorted through the set of keys until she found a small silver one that she used to unlock Sam's store gates. She pulled the gates halfway up and gestured for me to go inside. Okay, she should get a message soon. Just wait a bit longer for her. She's usually good about answering messages. I was actually about to leave. After I went out of my way to help you? I've already waited long enough. I'm going now. I didn't make plans to meet her anyway. Why do you act like this? I really don't understand. What? If you're going to do something, then do it. Don't back out halfway. Huh? Are you going to wait in or not? Inside the store? Well, are you going to squat on the street? No, of course not. Then step inside. I love to have a conversation with myself.
Mm-hmm. I also love how, like, Cecilia is like, I don't have time for your bullshit.
Yeah, she just like...
If you're gonna be a lesbian, be a fucking lesbian. If you're not, then don't.
She's dealt with too many baby gays in her career. She's done.
Yeah, this
she
is
just
like...
doesn't want to deal.
Like, Cecilia is... I've been out for 8 years, and I'm tired of you baby gays.
Yeah, she's like... I mean, her and Sam dated, right?
Oh, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if there was, like, a tension and they, like, hooked up or if they, like, properly dated. You know, like, I guess they owned a store together. They dated. Never mind.
Yeah, it may have been a situationship.
Yeah. I followed Cecilia into Sam's store. It seemed like Cecilia won't let me go unless I concede to her. I'm surprised that you have the key to the store. Wasn't this Sam's store? I had ownership of this space before the lease got transferred to her. I kept the spare key. You never know when it might come in handy. Aren't you glad that I ran into you? I didn't actually need to meet her. I just have something to give back to her. Hi, I already told her to meet you here. Sit. Go put on a movie for yourself. You know, this reminds me. A long time ago, Sam showed up to my bar one day and asked for a job. What character? She wouldn't get out of my face until she got something out of me. That's how we first met, by the way. Did you give her the job? No way. She wasn't even old enough to work at the bar then. Really? Uh-huh. Typical troubled youth. Don't worry, I straightened her out with a proper job at a record store. It was a side business of mine at the time. Every day she would show up to work with an attitude, and she would have to give me sass by talking back to me. What a stubborn kid. She never listened to my advice. I can't believe it's been 10 years already. This place used to be that record store. The laser discs on this shelf used to be vinyls. That wall over there used to display the cassette tapes. Time really goes by quickly. Well, you can see she turned this place into a video store now. She finds a way to make things work out somehow. That's her. I see. You seem to know Sam well. Of course. We go way back. I've known her long enough, we might as well be real sisters. Enough talking about the past. I have to get going. Here, take the spare key. If she's somehow a no-show today, just lock the store back up and throw the key into the mailbox. You're gonna leave me here? If you don't mind. I have dim sum brunch plans. I have to get going now. What? Wait a minute. I'm not going to wait all day for someone I don't even know that well. I only came here to get back something I left with her. You know, sometimes you think you have it figured out, and that you have all the time in the world to act. But sometimes things don't always go the way you want. What you desire the most can slip out of your hands suddenly, and without warning. What are you saying? I honestly don't think I like someone who is wishy-washy about things. They complain when things go wrong, but they have no right to complain. They've been sitting on their hands the entire time. I don't understand why Samantha is... Why am I rambling to you? Let me ask this clearly. Are you pursuing Samantha? Huh? Are you?
Oh,
thank you, Cecilia. Asking the question we all want to know. Does she deny or does she just go quiet?
It's so hard.
I think
Where's she at? Where's she at in her quest?
I feel like she's so convinced at this point. Like, no, absolutely not. I'm gonna return. I'm never gonna see Sam again. It's gonna be done. There's no pursuit. I'm just here to drop things off.
I think you're probably right. It makes me sad, but I think you're probably right.
Deny. What are you saying? It's not your business. Yeah. Why are you getting upset? I'm just asking since you seem so concerned about her. To be successful, you have to take the initiative. Don't be afraid to take matters into your own hands. I know that. Pride is important, but there are other things to consider as well. I'm sure you'll understand this someday. Ciao! Cecilia walked away in a huff. She seemed agitated about something. I saw her get in a cab, and she disappeared out of my sight as quickly as she'd came. I was left alone in Sam's video store. I got the gist of what Cecilia was saying to me. Was she actually trying to help me, or was she just antagonizing me? I don't understand why she had to bring it up. I looked outside. No sign of Sam. I walked back into the store and took a seat on the folding chair that Sam had left out. I didn't understand why someone like Cecilia would trust me with the key to Sam's store. I glanced around the empty shop. I suppose there wasn't much for anyone to steal. I checked my watch. I'll give it half an hour. I didn't want to wait any longer than I have already. If I didn't meet Sam today, I suppose I could leave the shirt I borrowed from her in the store. I washed it and had the consideration to bring it back to her.
I think you said shit. It's supposed to be shirt. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, thanks. At least I don't...
It's just Michelle does not swear.
Yeah, thank you. At least I don't owe her anything anymore. As time went by, a few people knocked on the half-opened gate and inquired if the store was open. I had to inform them to come back another day. That was a good number of missed opportunities for sales. Such inconsistencies must not be good for business, I thought to myself. I waited. I had read through every movie title she had in her store, though none of them had really caught my interest. I turned on her television. Sam had left a movie in the VHS player. I watched a part of it. It was almost near the end. It was a black and white Japanese film about a young woman who was pressured by everyone in her family to marry. After much resistance, she eventually decides on marrying an older widowed man. That's how the film ends. I glanced at my watch again. It was about time I got going. I put down the bag containing Sam's shirt on the counter. I turned off the television and the lights. and I stepped out of the store. Pulled the gates all the way back down, with the click of the lock and the plunk of the key thrown into the into the tin mailbox. So ends my short run as a shopkeeper. Perhaps I'll return to this post again someday. Just kidding. As I was about to leave, I heard a voice call out to me.
Michelle!
I looked behind me. It was her. It was unmistakably Sam. I recognized her quickly. She was waving her arms at me from across the street. She wore a jean jacket with matching jean shorts. Her jacket looked bulky and heavy, while her shorts looked thin and ragged. Judging by the length of her shorts, I knew clearly that Sam was not a person who was shy to show leg. Has she no shame?
Girl, you're wearing you're wearing a skirt so short that Cecilia called you out.
Yeah. I couldn't get why she was like this. Sam could be feminine one day, boyish another, and something in between the next. I could never pin down her style. Something about it made me feel irritated that she could be so free like this. Sam was smiling. She shouted my name again, pronouncing it loudly again to the open streets. I had already acknowledged her with a slight head nod. There was no need for me to yell back to her. I waited for Sam to be next to me before I replied to her. Sam jogged lightly towards me. She skipped across the traffic, nearly causing an accident. Sam ought to be more careful. There was some sweat on her brow. She looked out of breath, as if she was in a hurry today. I saw that Sam was holding a bike helmet and a large bouquet of flowers. Oh my god.
It's really Michelle. The cat came back.
Sam.
Were you looking for me? Don't pout, okay? I'm here.
I'm not pouting.
Her clearly pouting.
You really gave me trouble looking for you.
Well, you found me.
I came to give back your shirt. I left it on your store counter.
Thank you. I forgot all about it. How'd you get in the store, though?
I ran into your friend, Cecilia, on the way here. She had let me into your shop. It's locked back up now. I put the spare key in the mailbox.
I heard a little from her message. Huh, that's strange. I didn't know she had a spare key.
Well, that's something you have to sort with her. Can I get back the shirt I left it with you at the cleaners? You picked it up, right?
Of course I did.
Can you get it for me?
I'm sorry, I have to be somewhere soon. Can I grab it for you later? I have to get going. It's an important day for me. I promise I'll give it back after.
Oh, okay. Sam had her own plans too, huh? I was not surprised. It was a beautiful sunny Saturday. I should have expected that she had her own plans and people to meet. It's not like we were friends. We were barely acquaintances. But I couldn't help feeling a little bit inquisitive. What's with the big bouquet of flowers in your hands?
This? It's for a special lady.
Oh.
I would have gotten you a bouquet too if I had known I was going to see you today.
Huh? No, I don't care for flowers.
Would you like to meet her, Michelle?
What? No. I'm going now.
After coming all the way to meet me? Since you're here, I want to introduce you to her. Come with me.
No, Sam, I have plans already.
That's too bad. I'm heading to Saikung.
Saikung?
Yeah, it's a lovely day to be by the ocean. If you can, I'd be happy if you come with.
I don't really...
Oh yeah, sorry, it's you. It'll be fun! Let me grab a spare helmet.
A helmet?
I'm taking the scooter.
A scooter? Like a motorbike?
Yes, of course.
That's dangerous. Why do you need something like that? You can take a bus everywhere in the city.
Well, sometimes I need something to help me move stuff around. It is a hefty compartment box for storage. And it has pretty good fuel economy. I would say it's no more dangerous than the minibus. They say they keep the speed limits, but you know how fast they can be.
You have a point. I always feel like I'm going to fly out the door when I'm on the minibus.
See? So you'll be coming along then?
I don't know. I have some plans in the evening.
I see.
Will it take long?
No, just the afternoon.
I'll come. But only if you promise that you'll give me back my blouse.
Of course.
And that you'll bring me back home by nightfall.
No worries about that.
Okay.
Alright then, let's go.
Somehow I had let myself get caught up in her pace again. A part of me was a tiny bit curious to know where Sam was going. It had been a long time since I went on a leisure trip with someone. Sai Kung is close by. It's not much further than my commute to Hong Kong Island for work. I decided to go and come back. And that'll be it between us. Sam brought out her scooter from around the corner and had me ride on the back seat. She went into her store and grabbed a helmet for me. I put the helmet on and gingerly put my arms around Sam's waist. She started up the bike with a jolt. Her small bike navigated the city streets with ease. She turned onto the highway, and within minutes we put the high-rise buildings behind us. I held tightly onto Sam. It wasn't for me to feel close to her, but I held onto her waist as tight as possible for safety's sake. It was my first time on a bike like this. If I knew I would be on a bike today, I would never have worn a skirt. It was so breezy. I didn't like it. Sam seemed comfortable sitting in the front. She could put her feet flat down on the scooter and sit up straight. The footrest for the passenger seat of the bike was too far back for the feet. I had to lean forward and straddle the seat with my thighs to keep myself from sliding off. I didn't like that my bare legs touched Sam's. I felt consciously sticky. It was a humid summer day. And despite what Sam said about the minibus, no matter how fast they went, at least a bus had a protective metal cage forming a barrier between the human body and that of a speeding roadway.
You're holding me so tightly. You don't have to be so scared.
You're going too fast. I thought you said this thing was slow.
I never said that.
It's shaking so much. Are you sure you're going at the speed limit?
I am. I'll slow down a bit for the corner ahead. Just lean in towards me.
What? Ah! You almost flipped the bike.
You're exaggerating.
What is this old thing?
It's not old. It's actually brand new.
Can't you drive something safer?
It's safe.
Let me off at the next bus stop. I'll get there myself.
Come on, Michelle. Just focus on the view. Look, on your right. You can see the ocean now.
I can't see anything with your hair in my face.
Oh, let's make a pit stop then. Quickly.
Sam pulled over onto the road shoulder and made an abrupt stop. I took off the helmet and I cautiously looked up.
Wow.
Art.
Michelle, you look like you're having a miserable time on those.
Miserable time.
scooter.
Horrible time. She's
Oh,
so
she
upset.
hates it.
She's so upset. The sight of the ocean glowing with sunlight was certainly dazzling. It was a gorgeous day. The wind against us was pleasant. I could hear the sounds of boats in the distance. Sam stepped off her bike and gestured for me to take her hand. I was about to get off the bike to get a better view of the ocean when a minibus whipped past us and nearly knocked both of us off balance. Such feelings of amazement quickly dissipated into the wind.
Let's keep going. It's a little dangerous to stop here.
Sam started up the bike again. She continued riding along the road above the ocean. It was cooler here than in the city. As we continued down the road, there was less and less traffic. I felt more comfortable without the curious glances from other drivers. However, I couldn't feel completely at ease. Sam's bike leaned dangerously too close to the road for my comfort. I resumed the brace position and buried myself into Sam's back again. It's better to maintain a low center of gravity for safety's sake, I thought. I
Mm-hmm.
swore I heard Sam laugh, though it could have been my imagination. The sound of the motor was loud. Sam's long hair was blowing into my face with the wind against us. It was hard to see anything with her wavy hair covering up the helmet visor. The heat of the summer sun brought out the smell of Sam's hair. The shampoo Sam used had a familiar scent. Had it been a brand I used before? It's her boss's.
God.
It's definitely her boss's. Yeah.
I'm starting to think there may be no boss. I'm starting to think it may just be her and Sam.
Yeah. I mean, I think boss is going to be a character, but I don't think it's going to be an option. I think there's going to be strife. There's going to be fraughtness and there's going to be strife.
Uh-huh.
The image of my best friend from high school floated into my mind. Why was that? That's right. My friend used a similar scented shampoo. Oh, it's not the boss. Haven't thought about her in so long. She was the kind of girl who was always so clingy. She liked to link arms with me wherever we went, so what scent her shampoo was something I without a doubt recognized. It was an unforgettable sweet and floral scent. A nostalgic feeling for our high school days sprung forth and welled up in my heart. I'd seen her less and less since I graduated high school. The last time I saw her was at her wedding banquet last year. I haven't seen her since then. That's just how it is sometimes when your life takes a different course from another's. Everyone is busy with their own life. Is she happy? Is she doing well? I wondered. I looked up from Sam's shoulder and towards the shimmering waves in the distance. From the bottom of my heart, I wished her happiness.
We're almost there now. Are you doing okay?
Sam rode past the town and continued up the mountain road. She did not stop until after she had pulled into the entrance of a cemetery site. She parked her bike on the side of the road and gestured for me to hop off.
We're here. It's not the place you expect to be on a summer weekend. But today is a special day for me to be here.
I see.
Let's walk up. It's just at the top of the hill.
I followed after Sam. The stone path leading us up the hill was uneven. We walked up the steps carefully. It was quite a climb. I could see a little bit of the ocean as we climbed up the mountainside. The vegetation along the path was dense. There were clearings along the stone path that led to other family shrines and tombs. The air was hot and heavy in this place. I couldn't feel much wind. Places like this always have such an atmosphere. My father's grave was also up on a hill. This reminded me. I hadn't gone with my mother to visit my father's grave in Qingming Festival this year. I was on a business trip abroad with my boss for an international conference. I tried to imagine my mother walking up similar stone steps with the festival crowds. My mother is getting older. It must have been difficult for her to carry flowers, food offerings, and incense by herself to my father's grave. My mother insisted that I go on that trip and not pass off any other opportunities at work. I wondered if that was truly what she wanted me to do as her daughter. I would look towards Sam. She walked ahead of me on the narrow stone steps. Her back gave an answer of silence. I made a note to myself that I shouldn't accept any invitations for travel next year around the time of the festival. We kept climbing the stone steps. We eventually reached a clearing at the top of the hill. I saw that Sam's father was there waiting. He waved for us to join him.
Oh my god. Girl, she brought you to her mom's grave.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How do you know it's real when she brings you to her mother's grave?
Oh my god, I'm losing my fucking mind.
She's just gonna get her blouse and then she's gonna leave. She's gonna be out of her life forever. It's fine.
Yeah, uh-huh. You're late. I've been waiting for you. I'm late because you forgot to bring the flowers. Scolding your own father, your old father. You're just like your mother. Huh? Oh, you're the girl with those broken fiores. Kiyan, you're friends with her now? Yes, that's right. Eh, friends with a rough girl like you?
Mm.
Well, now that you're here, I'm going to get the washing water. Michelle, this is my mother's grave. Today would be her birthday anniversary.
I see. I'm sorry, I don't have anything to offer but my condolences.
It's alright, I wanted to bring you here. She'll be happy with your warm thoughts.
Mm.
She passed away due to illness when I was in primary school.
I'm sorry to hear that. You were so young. Must have been difficult for you and your family.
It's just one of those unfortunate things that happens in life.
My father died in a car accident when I was in high school. I don't mean to trivialize your situation. I just want to say I understand how painful it is to lose a parent.
I'm sorry to hear about your father.
It's okay. It happened years ago.
Time sure flies for those in the world of the living.
It does.
No matter what happens, we have to keep going.
Yeah. Sam set the flowers she had in her hand down on her mother's tombstone. She and her father worked to clean and wash away the dirt and dust that have accumulated over the grave since their last visit. Incense was lit, and a woody smell filled the air. I watched them burn offerings and quietly pay their respects to their departed family member. I lit a joss stick and prayed a small prayer as well. My heart felt heavy.
Huh, Michelle? You're crying. Are you alright?
Oh, I am.
Tissue?
I haven't cried over the death of my father since I was in high school. Memories that I had with him came into my mind for the first time in many years. Perhaps it was the combination of the incense smoke in my eyes and that of Sam's words that have touched my heart. I thought of Sam's mother too. I imagine a scene of her in a hospital bed with a young Sam by her side. How painful it must have been for her as a child to cope with all that was happening. I looked at the photo on the tomb. Sam's mother was a beautiful woman. Sam is a spitting image of her mother, though I see she got her smile from her father. She and her father are both cheerful and upbeat people. I wonder what Sam's mother was like. I'm sure she was a gentle and kind mother. That's why Sam is the way she is. Whatever life you live, whoever you are, death will be an inevitable fact of life. Sometimes death will come and rob from us someone that we love suddenly and without warning. Those in the world of the living just have to carry on. Someday, my mother, Sam, everyone that I know, will pass from this world to the next. How lonely is life when it's viewed from this frame of mind? My father, would he be proud of me? My life kept moving forward year after year, yet he remained in my memory. Would I forget him entirely one day?
Here, Michelle.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing me to this special place of yours.
Thanks for coming with.
Um,
Don't be saddened. We have to live each day with pride and integrity. To be good and decent people. That's what will make our parents and ancestors proud, I think. Rituals are important. But sometimes they're more to let those left on this side heal and carry on.
yeah. Sam said these words with wistfulness. She stared at her mother's photo. She seemed lost in her own thoughts. Sam was smiling softly. There was a loneliness in her expression. I stood in silence with Sam until the last incense stick burned out. It was Sam's father who broke the silence.
Kayan, I'm heading back first. We're not having lunch in Saikung together? No, you girls enjoy yourself. I'm going ahead to meet my old friends. Oh, okay. Nice to meet you again, young lady.
Thank you for having me here, Mr. Wong.
Okay, bye-bye. You girls be safe. Let's have lunch in Saikung then. It'll be good to get some fresh air by the sea before we go.
Okay.
Uh,
What?
No, keep going. I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
Okay. We walked back down the hill. The air felt lighter again, yet there was something that still weighed heavily in my heart. It was a dreary and lonely feeling. I wasn't sure what it was. I got back onto Sam's bike and hid my face behind her back. I didn't want her to see my teary-eyed face. My mother had always said that it was ugly to cry. I took her words to heart. Even from a young age, I never liked to cry in front of others. And at this moment, I especially did not want Sam to see me crying like this. But I couldn't help it this time. The tears kept trickling out of my eyes. I haven't cried in so long. I guess my tear ducts felt it was due time to just let it all out. Sam didn't say anything, though I'm sure she must have felt the patch of wet tears soaking through the clothes on her back. She started up her bike, and we rode onward. I had to collect myself. There was no reason for me to feel sad or upset. I didn't come here with Sam to feel sentimental. I cried so much. I should eat something to restore my salt balance. I'll eat something quickly with her and have her take me home. That was the plan.
Okay, I just want to say,
Yeah.
this is a very sweet scene, and I really like it, and it's wonderful.
Uh-huh.
It is objectively, a ridiculous. Like, I can't get past the third date was going to your dead mom's grave. I can't get past Sam. You have so much. I admire it. I admire the confidence.
I think she thinks Michelle has come back and like wants to be with her at this point.
I think she does too. I think you're right. I think you're totally right. I just can't get past. First date is fairly normal. You know, we're having dinner. Well, you're ready for your shoes to get repaired. Sure.
Yeah.
Second date, we're going to a gay bar. Okay.
And then we're making out in your apartment. Actually,
Third
that seems
date,
normal.
Hey, want to come to the beach with me? Psych, it's actually my mom's grave. I love Sam, because she's perhaps the most like, yeah, it'll be fine, like type of person I've ever met in my life.
She's extremely relatable.
I want that confidence. She's not. She's the most unrelatable person I've ever heard. I cannot fathom choosing that. I can't fathom it, and I admire it so much.
I feel like it's a thing that I would do, if I'm being honest.
This is the difference between you and I. This is not a thing I would do.
Are you a Sam or a Michelle? It's the eternal question.
I'm
a Sam.
I am a Michelle.
Okay.
Also, Michelle, your mom does suck. You need to move out.
Yeah. Her mom just cares about her a lot.
No, her mom also sucks. Let's be clear.
Both things can be true.
Yeah.
It was a short ride to the seaside fishing town of Saikung. Sam parked her bike near the ocean promenade. We stepped off to the backdrop of shimmering ocean waves, and we took a leisurely stroll along the water. There were people lining up to buy fresh seafood from the fishmongers docked at the piers. The area was bustling with activity. Everyone seemed to be in a cheery mood today. It felt as if we had gone to a faraway place together.
When you're in Saikung, you have to have seafood.
Is that so?
Of course! Have you been around here often?
No, not often. I think the last time I came here was maybe in junior school with my parents.
I see. My mother's ancestral home is in a village around here, so I've come around here in the past.
The village?
Yeah, she's of Hakka descent.
Oh, there were a lot of Hakka villagers in Saikung, right?
Yeah, though many of them sit empty now as more people have moved into the city.
I see. That's too bad. Seems like a peaceful place to be.
The changing economy causes people to move. It's not anything new. Migration has always been part of our culture. It's a part of survival.
Still, it's sad to see an empty village.
Culture and identity can live on one way or another so long as we don't forget our roots.
That's true.
Where's your ancestral home?
My mother is, Toishanese, and my father is Taichu. I don't know much about my ancestors. My parents don't like to talk about it. A lot of things were lost after the war and all the things happening then. Shameful to say, I never visited my father's or my mother's village home. I don't even know where it is.
I see. That's alright, you shouldn't feel ashamed. Their legacy lives on through you. You're a beautiful combination of their heritage. You know, my mother wasn't very much a traditionalist. I can't say I'm really close to her side of the family.
Is that so?
Yeah, she left the village when she was young and found work in a theater company. Hakka women have a lot of expectations from their families, so what she did was quite shocking. You could say she was quite modern for her time.
That's incredible.
I look up to my mother. My father, too. They're strong people. My dad's side is Taocho, so we have something in common, right, Michelle?
That's right.
There's a place here with delicious Taocho oyster kanjis we can try.
Yeah?
You don't like seafood?
I don't mind it. Oysters are high in cholesterol. You have to be careful not to eat too much.
Alright. I'll keep that in mind. Why don't we get something to eat? We can take a look around the town after that. We came all the way here. We should make the most out of today.
Okay. Sam led me past the pier and into the town. She navigated the small streets with ease. It was a lively summer day. The town streets were busy with people shopping and eating. Would a video store hold its own here? It was a question I asked myself. After a few turns left and right, Sam brought me to a small cedar seafood restaurant, quite away from the waterfront. It was already busy, so we were seated at the table outside. The sun was high and bright upon us. It was warm. I felt my own sweat drip down my neck. For the first time this season, I felt that it was truly summer.
This restaurant is much beloved by locals. They're known for their fried pissing shrimp.
Mantis shrimp?
Same thing.
Isn't that something that with even more cholesterol compared to oyster?
Well, we're here. It's a place known for their seafood specialties. Why don't we try it? Have you tried it before?
I haven't. I saw that the restaurants by the pier have it too. We didn't have to walk all the way into town then.
Trust me, it's really good here.
Alright. I'll try it. Let's order. We sipped on iced tea while waiting. I noticed that people seemed more relaxed here. I saw some people sitting outside, simply enjoying a cool drink in the shade. Things moved slower here than in the city. It didn't take long for food to come out, though. I was about to take a bite when I felt something wet touch my leg. What? Something touched my leg. Sam.
What? Huh? Oh, it's just a cat. Hey, little kitty, are you hungry? Meow, meow. Come here.
Calico
Cat. Cat. Good cat. Phenomenal cat.
Cat cam. Cat
Cat
cam. A calico cat
look at
was
us.
sitting underneath the table.
Two lesbians just out here enjoying our food, and this giant cat you put between us.
It's a metaphor. You
Please
put the
continue,
cat
sorry.
between the lesbians and... Sam was petting the cat casually without concern. Don't touch it.
Why not?
She's stray.
So what? Look, she's so friendly. Come on, reach out your hand.
Why?
She wants your attention. Don't be mean to her.
Alright. What should I do? Pet her?
Yeah, scratch your cheeks.
Okay.
Oh, she's purring.
She's rubbing against me.
Keep petting her.
Ah. She's kinda cute.
Why don't you give her a piece of shrimp?
Feed the cat. Ooh. Would Michelle do it?
Yes.
Yeah? Why? I
Because
feel like... Yeah?
You want my argument?
I do want your argument. I think I'm gonna go with it, but I still want to hear your argument.
Sam has I think this makes what I'm about to say makes it sound like Sam is emotionally manipulating her. I want to be clear that's not what's happening. Sam sharing parts of her life, the fact that, oh my god, I also have a dead parent. Wow. Like connecting with her, I feel like it's made her much more amenable, you know? Listen, she's still bringing up the cholesterol, which is weird.
It's less cholesterol for her to eat if she feeds one to the cat.
True. But I think she's starting to I think she's, she's caught up in the moment,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, let's feed the cat.
Feed the cat.
I fed the cat a piece of shrimp. The cat took the piece of shrimp in its mouth and then scurried off.
Aww. Oh, she ran away. It's like that sometimes.
Cat appealed to my emotions and manipulated it for her benefit.
What's that? Don't be sad. She'll come and play with you again.
I'm not sad.
Don't mind. Let's eat while the food is still hot.
Alright.
How's the food?
It's delicious.
Right? Oh, here comes the fish.
Oh? That's a whole steamed fish. How many dishes did you order?
5?
That's way too much for the two of us.
You said you never really ate seafood here before. Don't worry, it's on me. I want you to try it.
That's a lot of calories.
Diluted with the rice.
That's not how it works.
How about we feed the leftovers to the stray cats?
No. Don't lure them to me.
I'm just kidding. Let's just enjoy the meal. We can worry about the leftovers later.
Okay. Somehow we were able to finish the meal. We walked slowly back to the waterfront. We ate so much, my waistband felt tight. Sam yawned and casually stretched her arms into the air. The warm sun made me feel sleepy. I refrained from yawning and crossed my arms. I had to keep up appearances in front of Sam. Sam was taking it too easy, I felt.
God.
Didn't she notice the tension I had with her? I had a clear agenda.
So
I
did
wanted my
she.
blouse back. It's true, both of them. Yeah.
Girl.
I wanted my blouse back. I had intended to let Sam know today that I wasn't going to see her again. There was no longer any reason to see her once I got back my blouse. But after this and that, I ended up spending nearly half the day with her. Once we arrived back at the pier, I planned to have her take me home. I didn't forget that Sam had suddenly kissed me the other day. I didn't understand how Sam could act so cool and nonchalant about it. She was kind and friendly, and she smiled at me so differently than before.
No differently than before.
Oh, no differently. Did she not feel affected by it? We made one final visit to the pier. We leaned against the metal railings and watched the boats come and go. There was a slowness in the day. The sun was still up in the sky, but even the fishermen had to eventually pack up for the day. We started our walk back to where Sam had parked her bike. It was about time for me to confront Sam.
Would you like to head back now? Or is there something else you want to see?
I want to go. I was going to say it when a sign had caught my eye. What's the sign about? Stargazing and summer camping tour.
Girl, what's that? Ah! There's a few camping sites around here where you can see the stars quite clearly.
Really? This close to Hong Kong?
Yep, just over the other side of the mountains. On a good night, you can see the whole Milky Way. It's absolutely beautiful. I've seen it only a few times. It's really an unforgettable sight.
Really? No way. I don't believe you. We're still so close to the city. Can you really see it with all the city lights nearby?
You can! Are you interested in seeing it?
I've never seen the constellations before with my own eyes. Growing up in the city, it's hard to see so much in the sky besides buildings and towers.
It's always the planetarium.
It's not really the same.
Alright, why don't we go have a look?
Oh? I can't. It's too far.
It's not that far away, just a little hike.
I'm not dressed for hiking, and I didn't prepare anything for it.
Don't worry, it's an easy walk. Let me buy some snacks and drinks from the corner mart and we can go.
I don't think I should. I wanted Sam to tell me her intentions. I didn't want to talk about it, but I couldn't leave such a big issue hanging between us. I wanted to know more than anything what she thought about it. I wish I could say this to Sam, but I couldn't spit out the words.
The other night, I was too forward. I apologize. I understand. I get it if you feel uncomfortable around me.
Sam,
I still want to be with you more. Talk to you more. And learn more about you. It doesn't have to be today. It can be another time. Would that be alright with you?
for a moment, I sensed that there was a vulnerability in Sam. I didn't know how she could always read what I was thinking. Sam seemed sincere. It wasn't anything to look at the stars with someone. I doubted that the stars could be seen like that so easily. I was curious. I've lived here all my life, and I never heard about any stargazing here. Part of me wanted to prove her wrong. Won't we be out too late if we have to wait for the stars?
Sunset's at around 8 p.m. How does that work for you?
What?
Michelle!
That's after dinner!
Michelle!
Oh my god.
Michelle!
Oh my god.
Oh, Michelle!
Oh my god. I'm dying here.
She's killing me here.
She's murdering me. Then it's
I'm
alright.
dying.
As long as it's not too far and not
Claire.
too late, okay? Yeah, we have 3 minutes.
Okay.
I think maybe we should call it for the night.
Yeah? We're calling it here?
I mean, we're on our way to the next scene, you know?
Okay,
Into the
but-
spot.
But let me make an argument, okay? But let me hang on. Claire,
Okay. Yeah.
after tonight,
Yeah.
we're not streaming for a little bit, right?
Yeah, we're gonna take a 3-week hiatus.
We're gonna do 3 weeks between this scene and the next scene.
Do you find that unacceptable?
I think we should take a break, come back, get to the end of the night.
Okay. All right.
Get to the end of the night, then we can take our break.
All right. All right. We'll be right back, and we'll get to the end of the night. Be right back, everyone.
All right, be right back.
All right, we're back. It was just a quick break. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna get to the end of the night. It's gonna be fine. Michelle's gonna have a normal one, and everyone's gonna be happy.
We're all normal here.
We got back on Sam's bike, and she took the road that led further into the country. The road became less and less paved and more rocky as we went. She stopped at what appeared to be a trailhead for a hiking path into the mountains.
We can't take the bike any further, but it's not too far of a walk from here. Are you comfortable in your shoes?
I'm fine.
Okay. It's just a bit further.
We walked on a dirt path that cuts through the mountain. It was the height of summer. The chirping of the birds was loud. As I walked, dirt got into my shoes. Walking itself wasn't uncomfortable, but the rocky path made scratches and marks on the white leather of my shoes. Oh well, it was nothing to be upset about. I looked at Sam. She still wore her thick jean jacket. She was sweating quite profusely. Oh, there she does it again. She was wiping the sweat off her brow with her hands. That was a bad habit to have. Dirt and dead skin from your hands could clog and enlarge your facial pores. People with good skin should cherish it. I passed my handkerchief to Sam. She passed it back without using it. Suit herself. I wiped my own sweat from my neck. We kept walking and walking. I wasn't exactly sure where Sam was taking us. There was no view other than shrubs and trees. The trail eventually took us through the woods and onto the grassy mountain hills. There was an incline in our walk. Thankfully, it didn't take long to reach the plateau. I saw nestled below the foothills was a secluded ocean cove. There was a stone path ahead leading down to the beach. I felt the salty sea breeze from the top of the hill. It was pleasant. The sky appeared much bluer and wider here. It seemed as if the horizon stretched into eternity. I stared into the endless blue. My head was spinning. The height made me feel dizzy. Sam tapped lightly on my shoulder. I might have been swallowed up by the sky had Sam not been so grounded on her feet.
Drink some water. We're just about there. You'll feel better in the shade below.
Okay. We descended upon the stone steps. We had finally arrived at our destination.
We made it! Ah, I'm so sweaty. I hate humidity. How are you making out? Tired?
I'm good.
I can't believe you hardly broke a sweat. Are you even human?
I perspire normally, I think.
The normal thing to say. Is that so? I'm gonna help myself to the soft drinks.
I'm also Sam in this situation.
Which one would you like?
I'll have the one you're having. Or I'll have the same one you're having.
Coke then?
Okay. It's beautiful here.
Yes.
I'm surprised not a lot of people are here.
We're at a secret spot. I used to come here and to some of the beaches further out with my family. We used to stay past sunset and make bonfires.
Is that so?
Yep.
I never did such a recreational thing with my family.
It's pretty fun.
What kind of things did you do on the beach with them?
Lots of things. We ate snacks, played cards, swam, fished, and of course watched the stars. It's too bad we don't have a tent today. We can sleep outside with it. You know, the crabs come out at night and pinch you all over if you fall asleep on the beach.
Uh, really? That sounds exciting in its own way.
Not really, it hurts. Let's make a spot for ourselves in the shade over there. I'm about to burn up in the sun.
Oh, wait, Sam.
What is it?
A cool pack. I got it from the convenience store earlier.
For me?
Yeah. I'll put it on the back of your neck.
Oh.
Is it okay if I touch your hair?
Go ahead, I don't mind. Thank you, it feels nice.
Your skin is quite red now. It's going to peel if you let it burn like this. You need to take care of yourself more, you know. You must be hot in your jacket.
Michelle.
Sam, could you take it off?
Huh? There's people around, though.
What? I mean for the bug spray. I got it at the convenience store too. I'll spray it on you.
Oh. It's okay. You can use it for yourself. I don't need it.
You don't need it? In this subtropical climate?
I'll take my chances. I don't like the sticky feeling of bug spray.
Relatable.
I really get mosquito bites anyway.
So you're one of those people. Well, don't ask for my no pico if you get bit.
You're no pico?
The Stitch Cream. I always have it with me, just in case. You never know with mosquito and bug bites.
Oh, Michelle, you're really prepared for today.
I always get a bad reaction from mosquito bites. It's for my own sake. I didn't bring it specifically for today. I mean, you're the one who should be more prepared. You don't even think about putting on bug repellent when we're outside for so long.
Okay, I'll put it on. I wouldn't want to attract any more bugs to us. Could I bother you to apply it on for me?
Sure.
I can help spray your back too.
I'm fine for now. I already sprayed myself earlier. Maybe in a couple hours. I got the concentrated spray, but it says to apply every 5 hours.
Really? Does that mean I have to spray it again later?
Of course. Let's not forget about the sunscreen, too. Don't tell me you didn't apply sunscreen.
I forgot.
Well, I have some in my bag if you want to borrow it, too. When it's 30 SPF, you have to apply every 2 hours.
That's amazing, Michelle. Your bag is like Doremio's magic pocket.
We found a little spot for us to sit in the shade. The sea breeze was cool and the sand was warm under our feet. We positioned ourselves to look out towards the sea. The water was such a beautiful azure blue today. The sound of the ocean waves and rustling leaves was soothing to my ears. I could sit here and look at this for 10,000 years, I thought. We ate up our convenience store snacks during the time we were waiting. I had let Sam pick and choose the snacks, as it was her idea to begin with. Sam liked crunchy and spicy snacks, like flavored chips and shrimp crackers. I like chewy and savory snacks, like jerky and biscuits with filling. I noticed more and more that we weren't compatible in any sense. But despite all this, we had passed the entire day together without the strain or tension that I had expected. We could make light conversation or just quietly admire the view. It didn't really seem to matter to us. Whatever we did, the sun eventually made its way down the horizon. Time passed by at a paradoxical rate whenever I was with Sam. It would be neither too fast nor too slow. It always moved at its own pace, never as intended. I had almost failed to notice when the sky turned a vivid pink at sunset. Despite the troubles that I had within my heart, I could not deny that the sunset tonight was simply sublime. Sam?
What is it?
I forgot to mention. I watched that movie I got from you the other day.
Oh, how'd you find it?
It's interesting. It's different from other movies I've watched.
I see. Did you like it?
Uh, I liked it.
I'm glad. It's a pretty heavy movie to watch, I have to say.
Yes, it was cruel that it had to end like that.
Yes, it was a sad ending. And it's even more terrible to know that the real actress experienced something similar in her life and was met with her own tragedy.
Really? That's so sad. And it makes me angry. Why wasn't more done to protect her? How could such a thing happen even after making such a film?
It was a horrific thing, but we can't speak on her behalf or for her experiences. What happened to her is not something we could ever fully understand. It's not always a matter of strength and mental resolve.
I know.
That's why we have to be sensitive and empathetic even when others aren't. We have to be hopeful. I like to think things are a little better now than they were then. Ron left a spectacular legacy, but we can't forget her tragedy. The messages of the film still apply to today's society. It's not easy to change people's perceptions.
Mm, I think so. But thinking like that is so sad.
Is it?
I don't know. I mean, it's better now, right? It's not like in the past where women couldn't go to school and work. Might have been difficult in the 1930s, but it shouldn't be so hard to live freely anymore, right?
I think that's something only you can answer.
That's...
This conversation got quite serious, didn't it?
No. I wanted to ask you about it too.
I see. I've been thinking about the messages in these old films. We watched them so detached from the people who made them. How would they feel if they knew people 50 years later would still be watching them and discussing them? We see a beautiful face, but we'll never really know what was happening behind the screen. Are we respecting Ron by keeping her films and watching them? Even if those films might have been produced during the most painful moments of her life?
Um, I feel like I don't know is kind of the answer. I don't feel like
I think
Michelle
it's I don't
thinks that
know.
deeply.
Michelle's like, oh fuck, this
I
is the
don't.
first time I've ever considered politics in my life.
That's a hard question to answer. I don't know the answer to it.
That's okay. Perhaps there is no right answer.
That's right. I think you're a thoughtful person, Sam. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me.
Really think so? I was afraid I gave you the wrong impression.
No,
I really appreciate you coming out with me today.
it's fine. I didn't have much planned today anyway.
Her mom's crying. Her mom right now in tears.
Oh my god.
I mean, she deserves it, but still.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see the stars with you. It's nice that we can talk frankly. I enjoyed spending time with you like this.
The sun should be setting soon. Will we really see the stars from here?
Yeah, just wait patiently.
The sun had finally begun to dip beneath the horizon. As it grew darker, stars started filling the sky, appearing one after another. What's that one? It's such a bright star.
That one is called Vega.
Vega?
It's one of the stars that form the summer triangle. You see the other two stars there? So that's Vega, and that's Altair with Deneb over there.
Oh, I see it. I know of that story. The star-crossed lovers, the cowherd and the weaver girl. That reminds me, the Seven Sisters Festival is in autumn sometime, right?
August.
August. I can read.
That's right. This year it's on August 12th.
Really? People celebrate the Western Valentine's Day nowadays? I never really know the date of the festival.
I understand. It's nice to be on the receiving end for chocolates and flowers. Nowadays, I suppose it isn't so pertinent to be praying to the gods for a good husband and a fertile marriage.
Tell that to my mother. She's worried that I'll become a spinster if I don't try harder to get married. But I'm sure she'll have even more complaints once I start dating.
She's thinking of your best interests, I'm sure. Romance shouldn't be taken light-heartedly.
I know.
My dad is still holding out to the thought that I would get married someday.
Is that so? Do you not plan on getting married?
Well, even if I find the right person, I'm not sure I can.
I see.
How about you, Michelle?
Uh, I haven't thought about it yet. My mother has a lot of expectations on what kind of person I should marry. He has to be older, wealthier, taller. He should have a prominent chin and a square forehead. His lips shouldn't be too big and his eyebrows shouldn't be too thin. She really cares about the feng shui of someone's face. I don't know why she even believes in such things.
It's quite a laundry list. You're a wonderful person, Michelle. I'm sure you won't have trouble finding someone like that. You'd make a beautiful bride someday.
I don't have the time right now to care for that. I'm too busy with work.
I see. Well, if you ever feel you need a little spiritual help, there's a temple in the New Territories that's dedicated to the Seven Sister deities. It's not too far from here. It's one of the few temples that still celebrate the festival. If you pray there, you'll be guaranteed to find your love.
Really? I don't really believe in that superstitious stuff. And I think such prayers aren't necessary these days. There's more to life than getting married. Career and personal growth is important too.
You think so? You're such a modern woman, Michelle.
Well, there's already so much to do.
You know, I heard from someone that if you leave a bag of toiletries as an offering at the day of the festival, you'll be granted smooth and unblemished skin for the rest of your life.
What? I don't believe that. When do these legends get so specific? Wasn't it supposed to be needlework and fruit offerings? You made that one up, didn't you?
Huh? My beautiful skin can attest.
Uh-huh. I don't believe you.
You can go to the temple on the day of the festival and see for yourself.
Uh, I don't want to. For something so trivial, there's no need to bother the gods about it.
Trivial, huh? My, Michelle, you must be popular.
No. I mean,
I agree with what you mean. You have to take matters of love into your own hands. You can't be afraid to fall in love first.
you'll get hurt if you think that way.
Better than waiting or giving up on it entirely.
You're brave. I'm not sure if I can do the same.
I wouldn't say that I'm brave. I just want to be myself, that's all. I think you're a brave person, Michelle. When you speak your mind, I find it quite attractive.
Hmm.
Don't be flustered. I mean it. Please be honest with me.
Sam, I... What about that big bright star over there?
I'm gonna
Do you
kill
know what
you.
that one is?
I'm gonna kill you, Michelle. I'm gonna destroy you. Oh, that one? I think it's Antares, the heart of the scorpion.
Terry's. The heart of the scorpion. You seem to know a lot about this.
I like astronomy and astrology.
Typical. Is that is that so? Astrology, like star signs?
Yeah. What's your sign?
I don't know. What does it go by?
Date of birth?
I see.
Tell me.
What?
Your birthday!
Why?
So I can tell you your sign?
I don't believe in those things.
It's harmless fun.
Hmm. Alright. It's February 16th.
Ah, you're an Aquarius. Hmm. Makes sense.
Fuck. Huh? What's your sign then?
Capricorn. They're highly compatible with Aquarius signs.
Is that so?
No, I made that up just now. Compatibility is all about how you try to understand each other, don't you think?
Of course, I didn't think for a second that star signs mattered.
But you never know.
What?
All right, how about your lunar zodiac sign? What is it?
Mm,
Tell me, please.
Rabbit.
Oh, next year will be your year then. You'll be turning either 24 or 36. You're reaching a big milestone. There'll be challenges in the coming year for you.
That's why I didn't want to tell you.
So you're 35 then? I thought you'd be younger than me.
I'm 23. Hmm. What's your zodiac?
Oh. I'm older than you. That's all you have to know.
I want to know.
Okay. I was born in the year of the dog.
Dog? Hmm. Rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, dog? Then you're 33?
I think your zodiac order is not quite right.
Uh, I'll look it up later.
You're so cute, Michelle. All right, I'll tell you. My age is not a secret. I'm 27.
Oh.
Oh? What do you mean by oh?
Oh, what would Michelle think?
I thought you would be older.
Really? I think I was gonna go with I thought you would be my age. Or I thought you would be I thought that said you would be my age. No, that makes sense then, if that's the options.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, older. I said older.
Oh,
Oh, God.
whoops. I clicked the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Never
I'm
mind. Never
sorry.
mind. Michelle
Never
meant to say
mind.
older, and then she said younger.
Yeah. I thought you would be younger.
And what's that?
Well, you can be so playful at times. You're like a teenager.
A teenager? Well, that makes you my cute junior then.
Uh, will we really be able to see the Milky Way from here?
It depends. Sometimes it's quite visible, but other times you might have to wait till midnight for it to be dark enough to see.
I see.
Do you want to head back now? You mentioned you had to go by nightfall.
Not yet. It's fine. Can I stay out a little longer with you? Is that okay?
Okay.
I cannot fucking believe her. The whole day had passed, and Sam hadn't brought up the issue of our relationship. I couldn't bring myself to ask Sam directly about it. Doing that would mean I had to confront my own feelings towards Sam. Sam was once again stoic behind a smile. I couldn't guess what she was feeling. It was as if the clock had been reset to the first day I met Sam. It wasn't bad that it was like this. Still, I knew it wasn't fair to have Sam wait for me for so long just to see the stars. I'm not one to usually have requests, but that night, I really wanted to see it. If I could catch a glimpse of the Milky Way with my own eyes, I felt that I would know how small we were as individuals in the universe. and how much smaller the things that concern us must be. I wanted to understand this feeling. I wanted to confirm that it was tangible and real. We waited, and we waited. We waited for the bands of nebula clouds and star clusters to appear in the night sky, but they continued to elude us. I knew they existed regardless of my observation, but I needed to ascertain it with my own eyes. Sometime between dusk and twilight, I drifted into a deep slumber. I dreamed a strange dream. It was a scene that played out in my memory so many times since that day. I was in my high school classroom. It was the first day back to school after summer break. I was chatting with my classmates before the start of afternoon classes. I was about to tell them the story of my summer trip to Taiwan when I was called to step out of the classroom. There had been someone who urgently needed to see me, but instead of it being my mother waiting to see me, like it was in my memory, it was Sam in her red dress. She gestured for me to follow her. It was strange, as if I was put in a trance. I followed her out of the school without question. I sat behind Sam on her bike, and she drove it to some distant place in the countryside. We got off the bike, and then we walked along one of the mountain paths. Day wore on into night. When we had reached the mountain plateau, Sam suddenly ran ahead of me. I tried to follow, however, I quickly lost sight of her. I did my best to chase after her through the thickets of trees and bushes. I was running blindly, and before I could realize, I slipped and lost my footing. I tumbled down a cliffside. I did not feel the pain. In fact, I seemed to be in free fall. It was quite a surreal experience falling in a dark void. I eventually hit a bottom and landed in a pool of water. It seemed to be the ocean. The briny smell was strong. The water felt cold and heavy. I could not see anything. It was so dark. It felt as if I was sinking deeper and deeper into the watery depths. A heavy weight pressed against me. My chest felt tight. I thought I was going to drown. There was a suffocating realness to this dream. I was frightened. I struggled and struggled to swim to the surface. I couldn't fight whatever force that was pulling me down. Everything became black. I must have passed out. When I came to, I found that instead of sinking deeper into the water, I found myself floating upwards. It was as if I was drifting towards the celestial plane. I struggled to get myself grounded, but I had no control over my trajectory. I closed my eyes. I felt oddly at peace floating upwards like this. I was resigned to think that I would be forever lost in the cosmos when I heard a voice call out to me. I opened my eyes to find myself afloat in silvery water. The water was cool. It had a clear, transparent quality to it, but I couldn't make out the bottom of its depths. From a distance, I saw the light of a lantern coming towards me. It's normal.
Ooh, nice.
Normal. It was a woman I did not know. She wore an orange robe with flowing sleeves. She rowed her small wooden boat towards me. The red lantern perched on the boat illuminated her figure, but her face was quite obscured. I saw that her makeup was an older style, but I could not place the period. The woman gestured for me to get onto her boat. I recalled her saying that she could help me find my way back home. Strangely, I didn't hesitate. I didn't feel any ill intent from her. I climbed onto the boat. The woman had me sit at the front of the rowboat, stood on the back, and steered the boat. The boat glided along the still water quietly. We seemed to have traversed a far distance in the darkness. The only guiding lights were the distant stars above. The woman did not say anything more to me when I was on the boat. The only sound that could be heard was the sound of the oar pushing water. I couldn't make out the woman's expression. She had an air of quiet dignity and an imposing presence. I was quite afraid to cross her unknowingly. I was scared, but I didn't feel that she was someone harmful. Something about her seemed familiar. I couldn't place why. Though the temperature of the water and our surroundings felt cold, she gave me a warm feeling. The dark night didn't seem so terrifying anymore. The light of the stars above grew brighter as we journeyed onward. The night sky was beautiful, I remember thinking to myself. Eventually, we neared land. I saw a sandy beach nestled in a mountain cove from a distance. It seemed familiar, like a place from recent memory. As we got closer and closer to land, I saw that there was someone at the shore waiting for me. It had been Sam. She was there waiting for me all along. As I was about to step off the boat, the woman said something to me. I remember it distinctly. She had a sweet and gentle voice. She sang to me a poem from a song I recall hearing a long time ago. The spring breeze blows, the young swallow's tail make ripples on the water. The little waves dash away the reflection of the lotus flower. Perhaps in still water, the swallow will see her own reflection and take flight towards the new moon. My mind was clouded. I could not understand her words. I turned to face her. She spoke to me again in plain language. Young lady, haven't you realized yet? The summer that you remember had ended long ago. You have to wake up from this dream and take your first step forward. I stepped off the boat, and when I looked back, she was already gone. There was no boat, no lantern. There was no traces of the woman. All I saw was the ocean, the beach, and Sam before me. And I woke up from my dream. Should we call it?
I think we should. I think that's the right
I
time.
think we should call it.
I think that's the right time.
Unfortunately. All right, let's save. So next time in 3 weeks, I believe, after 3 weeks, January 5th or January 12th. I believe January 12th, right?
I believe that is the plan. We
Yeah.
will confirm, but I believe that's the plan. Yeah.
I said 3 weeks of hiatus. I will say that we will come back on January 12th unless you have a huge itch to play this game on January 5th. Maybe we will do a surprise. Maybe we won't. I guess it will just depend on how we feel on the 5th. I'll still be on vacation.
Okay, so probably the 12th in that case.
Probably the 12th.
Thanks everyone for. Okay, wait. Before we go.
Yeah, before we go.
I just want to say, I love the weird like magical quality that like is infused in this game from time to time. It's just like this sense of unreality of like discovering this larger world, because it plays into like Michelle is someone who for a long time has been so disconnected from the world around her, from like things that have, you know, spirit and meaning and life to them. She's so focused on what she's supposed to do, how things are supposed to be, what her mom's told her, what society has told her, like, you know, that for her to open herself up to Sam, for her to open herself up to the potential for a new sort of love, is also to open herself up to like the magical, the unreal, the like, you know, spiritual and stuff like that.
This is impossible to her. This isn't a thing in her world.
To be in love with Sam is as impossible for a lady to come to her on a boat and sing her a poem as she's like fading into the stars, you know?
Yeah. I am obsessed with this game. I am sad that we're gonna be taking a break from it, but I'm excited to get come back to this. I don't even know how far we're in. I really I encourage people to pick it up. Even if that means you spoil yourselves, you can see our reactions. But then also you can just wait and we will play it all and we will get there. Or you can just make different choices. I don't know how different things would be, but
I don't know if the choices do much, but I like how
maybe you could call your mom more. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, she's gonna be so mad.
She's gonna be so fucking pissed. I cannot believe Michelle. I cannot believe Michelle. 3 nights in a row. 3 nights in a. Well, I guess it was Friday was fine, but Yeah.
There is a not insignificant part of my mind that when thinks that when Michelle goes back to the apartment, her stuff is going to be on the front doorstep.
Oh God. Oh God. Well, I guess we'll have to find out next time.
Ah.
In my first playthrough, my first action will be to get Michelle Codependent No More or some other era appropriate self-help book. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Seda, I Seda, this is so good. I just love the idea of. I know you said era appropriate self help book, but I also imagine you just going back in time, pressing Codependent No More into Michelle's hand, and
And
being
leaving.
like, "Girl."
She does know English. You could give her an English copy.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah, she studied English. You don't even have to like find. I don't actually know this book. I don't know how many languages it got translated into, but
I know the book, but I don't know how many languages it's been translated into.
I love this game. We're gonna have to call it. We'll be back on January 12th. I said the right date. Yes, we'll be back on January 12th. And take care,
Have a
everyone.
nice
Happy
holiday.
holidays. Happy Hanukkah.
Happy
To
Hanukkah.
everyone specifically in 3 days. This is for me. This is my thing. Happy Hanukkah.
Is it's Hanukkah in 3 days? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the evening of the 18th that starts.
Well,
So
happy
eat some
Hanukkah.
latkes, eat some oily foods, eat a donut. If you eat a donut, you're legally bound to be celebrating Hanukkah. I don't make the rules. If you
Yeah, that
accidentally
makes
eat a
sense.
Han-
This
if
makes
you
sense to
accidentally
me.
eat a donut during Hanukkah, you're Jewish now. I've adopted you. All right, goodbye everybody.
Goodbye.